So the Colony Cougars looks like they have deferred to the second half, and the Wolves will take the kickoff in the first quarter here in this playoff game. Both teams will now captains will retire to their tunnels and get ready to take the field. Both teams are starting to populate the tunnels. Mansfield with the run-through sign. The Colony, of course, with their patent tombstone in the end of the field. And we'll get ready for this ball game. We're T minus about 4 minutes and 50 seconds to game start. Garnett and I will start to sign off. But in short, Garnett, I think this game boils down to what team wants it more, what team can execute and not make mistakes and turnovers. Control the trench, control the football, you win this ball game. And I'm hoping that the Colony Cougars can step up and hit the fast pitch tonight.
For first time in a long time, Coolins is a balanced team, both offense and defense. You're playing a home game. Your crowd will be behind you. You have the talent. You're district champions. You need to come out and show why you're district champions.
And being that the Colony is at home tonight, they have suited out the entire student body. So if you come out here tonight and this is the first game you have seen the Colony Cougars, you are going to see a varsity team that literally has over 100 kids on the sideline tonight. They have come out in full force to show Mansfield that we are no joke. So the Colony Cougars now getting ready to do battle with the Wolves.
You should come out. Listen to us on the broadcast. Come out in the stands. Support your Colony Cougars.
This
and
one of the first and one of the very few times you're going to get to see a playoff game featuring the Colony Cougars at home.
At home. Come by, wave at us, let us know you're listening to us. Give us a shout.
We'll sign off for now. Wait for 3 minutes and 24 seconds to game start. I'll let you listen to the national anthem, flag raising, and we'll get this thing started in about 3 minutes. Talk to you then.
Ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to the south end of Tommy Briggs Cougar Stadium. Will everyone please rise? Gentlemen, remove your caps. As the Colony High School Junior Hockey Ski Honor Guard raises the national colors and the Colony High School Marching Band plays our national anthem.
Colony Cougars now take the field, and the Timberview Wolves have taken the field now and getting ready for the opening kickoff as the scoreboard now reset to 0. And now to 12 minutes, we're getting ready for the opening kickoff here at Tommy Briggs Stadium. If you're not here, you got time to get down here and see a good playoff game against two very, very good teams. And the Colony Cougars set up for an opening kickoff. Looks like they're actually going to kick this one away. I don't know. Setting up now. And the kick is up and kicked down to about the 12-yard line. Caught clean by the returner of Timberview, and he'll be driven out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. Timberview Wolves will take over on their first possession of the first round of the playoff games here in Tommy Briggs Stadium. 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line. And your Colony Cougar defense comes out for their first stand of the evening to see if they can make a stand against this Timberview team.
That's a big line there by Timberview.
Timberview has
Holy
a
moly.
massive line.
We've got to be quick tonight.
And out of the shotgun, Timberview takes a snap. It'll be
As we
handed to the
suspect.
tailback, and he'll come up off the right tackle. The Colony Cougar defense comes up big with a big stop at the line of scrimmage. He'll maybe a pickup of 1. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 28-yard line. Timberview has a massive line here. Their center has got to be going 340 if I'm guessing. He is a big man, and their right guard is bigger than him.
And then right on the
Colony Cougars
quick.
now lined up out of the shotgun. It'll be a jet sweep across the middle. Hurdles the defensive end and brought down at the man's. Oh, no, he wasn't brought down. Oh, my gosh. Heck of a 2nd, 3rd, 4th effort as the Colony Cougars watching this guy with the football. I don't know if they thought he was down.
I thought he was down
And
too,
quit-
but
and
I don't
quit
think
per-
the refs blew the whistle,
and
so
quit-
they stopped.
Quit pursuing, so they bring it down to the 29-yard line, 34-yard line.
That should have been a gain of nothing.
It'll be 3rd and 3. The Colony Cougars should have stopped him at the line of scrimmage. Bad play on the defense. We're not pursuing to the whistle. And now it'll be a quarterback keeper up the middle of the field. He's got lots of room to run, and here he comes. He's to the 45, 40, 35 of the Cougars, down to the 30, and then brought out of bounds at the 28-yard line, looks like. On a quarterback keeper up the middle of the field. Big gain as the Colony Cougars get caught sleeping.
Yeah, they all went with the jet sweeper, and quarterback actually kept the ball. Took him a while to get up the hole there. I thought somebody was going to react to him, and they didn't get him until he got down to the 28-yard line.
Kid's not particularly fast. He's just big.
Yeah.
And with 10:44 to go, the Wolves are on the prowl here as they're down inside of Cougar territory, deep in Cougar territory. They'll looks like they'll pick up a carry off the tailback down the left guard, and he'll pick up looks like about 1 yard on the carry.
And that's what we can't afford. We can't afford those. When you have them stopped, you can't afford to give up those first downs like that. We talked about that in pregame.
Yep. 2nd and 9, the Cougar defense comes up, and the Wolves come out. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left, out of the shotgun. Tailback to the left. He'll put a man in motion across the set, and snap is away. He'll step back, throws to the flat man. It's caught, and he's knocked loose by the cornerback as just as he puts his hands on the ball, he gets the wood laid to him by number 5 of the Colony Cougars. That would be Donovan Callis, who laid the wood to this receiver, made him pay for catching that thing, and it's coughed up. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 9 from the same spot. They'll come out 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left, out of the shotgun, slot back to the left, tailback to the left of the quarterback. Oh, and we're going to get a
Probably legal substitution here by Timberview.
illegal substitution or a false start. It's going to be a false start on Timberview, and the Wolves will get pushed back 5 yards. That could help the Colony defense here. That might be just the thing that'll tip it in their favor here on this drive.
Yeah, because
As the Wolves now digging out of a hole here, 3rd and 14 from the Cougar 32-yard line. And the Timberview Wolves will come up with a wideout on either side. They'll go to a T formation with the slot back to the left. They're going to try to power this thing through with that massive tailback they've got sitting back there. And they're going to get another false start, looks like, if the Colony Cougars don't get an encroachment here. Although I don't think they would call encroachment. Nope, false start again. And Timberview has got a right receiver that cannot sit still, which is good for the Colony Cougars. That'll cost them another 5 yards. That'll be third and what looks to be almost 20 yards. It'll be third and 19 yard. No.
Yeah, third and 19.
Third and 19 from the Colony Cougar 38-yard line.
Now we just got to play some good defense here.
And,
give up short, but
they're
don't give up long.
They're going to come up 2 wideouts either side, tailback to the right of the quarterback who's in the shotgun. The snap is away. It'll be a keeper up the middle of the field. He tries to juke the middle linebacker who steps up and makes the grab. Good wrap up in the middle of the field. And the Wolf quarterback goes down at the 36-yard
They may stay on the field
line
because they're too long for a field goal.
No, they're not. They've got a field goal kicker that's got a leg.
But they're going.
But they're going to go to the punt formation. They're going to try to
punt.
put the Cougars in a hole here. So the Wolves now will line up in the punt formation as the Colony Cougars, off of 2 false starts, come up big on the quarterback keeper up the middle of the field to hold Timberview to 3 and out on that last stanza. And now they'll come in for the punt. And the Colony Cougars now setting up for the punt return.
The
punt's over his head. It's loose, and the Cougars are going to get another one.
It's still
the
bouncing.
punter cannot pick this thing up.
My goodness.
And he's brought down at the Colony Cougar 29-yard line as your Colony Cougars just got a huge break from Timberview as the snap sails over the punter's head. When he goes to pick it up the first time, he bobbles it. It goes another 10 yards deep, and this poor kid is trying to figure out where the bottom of the hole is.
Yeah, I think he was trying to think about, do I still have time to punt it or not?
And
had it just he was smart enough to just run the ball until he got tackled.
And at 8:39, the Timberview Wolves come up way short on a punt, and the Colony Cougars take over in the Timberview end of the field. Timberview 29-yard line, 1st and 10. The Cougars come out 2 wideouts either side with Abdallah in the backfield with Harrington in the shotgun as they have all season long. And the Cougars now, Harrington steps way back, and he goes right down the middle, wide open, and Abdallah, first play from scrimmage. The Colony Cougars put 6 on the board, and your Cougars, with 8:33 to go in the first quarter, go up 6-0 on the Timberview Wolves. Catch them sleeping down the middle, Garnett. And so just what we talked about, couldn't control the line of scrimmage with that massive Alabama line they've got, and the Colony Cougar defense comes up big off of 2 penalties, and here we go.
Oh, man, he hit him in stride right down the middle of the field. It's like the Mansfield Timberview didn't know who they were supposed to cover.
So the Colony Cougars come out now for the PAT. We'll see if they can round this one off and put the exclamation point here with 8:33 to go in the quarter. Snap is away, kick is up, and is it good? And it looks like it's right down the middle. And so the Colony Cougars go up 7-0 from 1 play from scrimmage. Garnett, the only bad thing about that is it puts our defense back out on the field.
Yeah, you got to let them get some rest. We talked about that. Control the ball.
Got to let those boys rest a little bit, but you also got to take the 6 when you can get them. So
when you can. Loving it.
So the Colony Cougars catch the Wolves sleeping down the middle, and I mean, they split the middle with the 2 wideouts on either side, took them down the field, and Abdallah out of the backfield goes right up the middle of the field.
Well, and nobody went with him.
There was nobody to go with him. They loaded the box. Abdallah got in
behind him,
and the 2 wideouts were covered man-man down the side.
I would have did the same thing too. But they just caught him, and they knew what they were going to do in the first play. And that's good coaching there, Colony Cougars.
Loaded up the box on the Cougars, and they took advantage of it with Abdallah deep down the middle. So your Colony Cougars now lead with 8:33 to go here in this first playoff game. 7-0 over the Timberview Wolves, and this one is still a long ways from over, folks. And if you're not here, you're missing a heck of a ball game as the Cougars have slapped Timberview right in the mouth, and I suspect they're going to come back with some fury in this next drive. Cougars now setting up for the kickoff, and it's kicked and away, and it's down to about the we're going to kick this one out for a touchback, and Timberview is not going to get an opportunity to run this one out. First time we've seen that all season.
We said he had a leg.
The whole time you've been telling me he can't kick it that far. The young man just kicked it to the field house. So the Cougars now are going to put Mansfield, not give him an opportunity to run.
He had a little wind with it.
Run this thing. Come on now. That flag is flat against the pole.
Man, you don't see this flag right here?
Get out. It's blowing across the field if it's blowing it all. Oh, my gosh, Garnett's a nut job. So here we go. Cougar defense back out on the field. Mansfield 2 wide out to the left, 1 to the right. Out of the tee in the shotgun. It's snapped out. It's going to be fake to the tailback. Quarterback under pressure, and he is dropped for a loss. of about 3, and the Timberview offense struggling now to handle the Colony Cougar defense as they penetrated, no joke, what looks like the Alabama front line. These kids are huge, but apparently they can't get out of their own way, and the Colony Cougar defense is just penetrating this line right and left now.
Well, he was trying to go with a quick toss to his tight end, and it was well covered by the strong safety.
So out of the shotgun, same formation. He's looking to the left. He gets the pass off. It's caught at the 25.
Ah, he can't miss those
tackle, and he'll be bumped out at the 36-yard line, 37-yard line of Mansfield Wolves. They'll move the chains, and the Colony Cougars have got to get off that soft defense out.
Yeah, that's what I hate is that you're so far back, and when you come up, he's already making a move, and they go right by him. I like to come up a few more yards on that defensive coverage.
And the Cougars now come up the line of scrimmage. They've stacked the box, and here comes the run up the middle, and they're going to pick up a gain of about 3 on the play. Looks like to me, down to the 41 of Mansfield Wolves. And the Colony Cougar defense did a good job in the box. They brought 5 into the box on that play. They still got 5 in the box, and now they've set a defensive end out to the left. Snaps away out of the shotgun, and they're going to call this one dead on a false start. Looks like against Mansfield. This right end, Garnett, cannot stay still. This guy
he's trying to get out of his block. He's pulling, and he's trying to get to his spot to make that block, and he's leaving a hair early.
He's a big old tall kid too. That kid must come in looks about 6'4". Is that what he looks like to you? He's a big old tall drink of water. So the Colony Cougars now they'll pick up 5 in the right direction for the Cougars. Mansfield now at the 36-yard line again. Out of the shotgun, T formation. It'll be fake to the tailback. Oh, no. Yeah, fake to the tailback on the quarterback keeper. The Colony front line does not bite. And guess what? He gets a helmet-to-helmet by a Colony front lineman and dropped in his spot. He's going to lose another 2 or 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, he was trying to run up the middle. You know, we talked about that early in the year where the Cougars weren't covering the middle. On that particular instance, he should have given that ball to the running back. But good job by the Cougars covering it up and not being deceived by that run
So it's going to come up 3rd and about 16 with 2 wideouts to either side. Mansfield out of the shotgun. Get the pass across the middle of the field, but covered up well by the middle linebacker who makes the tackle at the catch, and they'll bring it up to the Mansfield 40-yard line, and that'll put them in a hole. They'll be 4th and 8 from the 40 as Mansfield's going to have to bring their punt squad back out on the field. And let's see if see if they got a punter now. I'm guessing they worked out the snap problem.
Snap problems. Let's see.
So the Cougars now are lining up for the punt return. Mansfield in the punt formation. Got to watch. I would be watching for the fake here. This is a playoff game. Anything goes. The snap is away. It's high again. He has to stretch out to bring it down. Punt is away, but it's short, and it bounces right in the middle of a bunch of Wolves, and they're going to let it roll down to the Cougar 24-yard line. And your Colony Cougars now will take over first down from their own 24-yard line, and the offense now will come out and have to put a legitimate drive together here, Garnett. To go what looks to be 76 yards to put this one in home dirt again. 6:04 to go in the first quarter. Your Cougars lead 7-0. Offense has only run 1 play from scrimmage, and that play resulted in 6 points. Cougars out on the field now. Harrington out of the shotgun. They're going to put wideouts on either side, and they're going to bring Miles Price out to the right. Abdallah to the left of Harrington on a jet sweep. Oh, and Price gets almost clotheslined in the backfield as a big penetration by the Wolves. They'll lose about 2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 12 from the Colony Cougar 22-yard line.
Looks like Timberview stunted right into the
the
gap right where he was trying to get by, and man, just caught him right before he can get to the outside.
So out of the shotgun, Abdallah to the right of Harrington. They'll put 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. They're looking for Miller out on the edge, and it's caught.
It's caught by Abdallah. Oh!
Caught by Abdallah down the left side, and Abdallah takes it down to the Wolves 45, and he's brought down by number 80. What's that guy's name?
33.
Number 33 on the Wolves,
and if he had one more inch, he would have taken that one to the house.
That one would have been 6 points again as Abdallah, now the number 1 receiver to Harrington tonight. And they've come out 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Abdallah at the tailback spot.
Timberview is blitzing on it about every play.
And Harrington out of the shotgun. It's away. Abdallah up the middle of the field. He's got room to run, and holy cow, that big monster right in the middle of the field. Number 47 of Mansfield. This kid, he does not pass up the groceries on the kitchen table. This boy is big.
Man.
Number 65 and 47. Holy cow, that's beefy too. And then they brought in number 64, who's clocking in about 320, 330 at the nose guard spot.
So they're rotating.
Holy cow. And Harrington sets up in the pocket. He's patient. Man down the side, and it's going to be thrown too long as looked like Miller started to veer into the middle of the field, and Harrington threw it down the sideline, and Miller was not there to catch the football. So Cougars now with a 3rd and looks like 6 from the Mansfield 41-yard line. They'll come up to the line of scrimmage. 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Harrington out of the shotgun. Abdallah to his left at the tailback spot. Harrington now checking the play from the sideline. He'll readjust, put Abdallah to his right. Still have 3 wideouts to the right. Harrington on the keeper up the middle of the field. Harrington, lots of room to run. He's down to the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, and Harrington up the middle of the field on the keeper. Scores 6 as the Colony Cougars put it in pay dirt again as Harrington takes it to the house and catches the Wolves sleeping again.
Oh, my goodness.
Up the middle of the field.
Abdallah.
Oh, my gosh. They mugged Abdallah at the line of scrimmage, did not see Harrington with the football, and there was a hole big enough for Garnett and I both to run through at the same time.
Oh, my goodness.
Holy
like
cow.
Red Sea, and he just and there was nobody there to stop him.
The Colony Cougars have caught the Wolves sleeping on 2 plays now up the middle of the field, and the PAT team comes out leading 13-0 against the Wolves, snaps away, kick is up, and it is good as the Cougars now go up 14-0 over the Wolves here in Tommy Briggs Stadium. Holy cow, Garnett, I did not see this coming. The Wolves offense cannot get untracked. The Colony defense has stepped it up this game, and the offense has come to play football tonight.
Well, we've talked about it, the maturity of this Cougar defense. You know, there were some young kids at the beginning of the season, and as the season is going on, they've grown up right before our eyes here. And this team is ready to play some playoff football, I'll tell you.
Well, I'm going to tell you right here and now, man-to-man across the line of scrimmage with Mansfield on the offensive side of the football, we're giving up 25 pounds a man
We're
easily.
giving up some wisdom. We're giving up some beef.
We're giving up 25 pounds a man easily.
We haven't eaten enough hot dogs.
And we're probably giving up 2 inches of height per man. They have some monsters up there.
But we're quick and we're smart and we're playing.
Well,
we're playing together.
Well, that's just it. The tree stumps can't get out of their own way on the Mansfield side of the football right now. Let's hope that doesn't change. With 4:23 to go in the ball game, in the first quarter, your Colony Cougars lead the Mansfield Timberview Wolves 14-0 on 2 outstanding plays up the middle of the field. The Cougars put together a heck of a drive on their second possession. They've managed to put the Wolves 3 and out on some drives that they were moving the chains on and came up big after a couple of penalties. Cougars now kick this one away. We're gonna have to try it again here. Looks like.
I don't know if the scoreboard went crazy.
Oh, scoreboard went goofy. Somebody up in the booth
there we go.
Hit the noise button and the scoreboard went to all 9s. So the Cougars now scoreboard back on track, and we're gonna get another crack at kicking this ball.
Oh boy. I don't like when that happens.
So the Cougars now will line back up for the kickoff, and they're trying to figure out what to do here. What happened? Did we care? Oh, the referee lost his hat. No, that was football.
That was he kicked the ball off, so now we're going to reset.
No, I thought they brought the ball back already. So the referees now get out of the way. We'll set up for another kickoff, and the Colony Cougars will get ready to boot this thing down the field. I hope he puts this one to another touchback.
Me too.
Because that is so uneventful. I just love it.
I hate re-kicks.
4:23 to go, and the kick is up and away.
Uh-oh.
And here we go. It's kicked short down to about the 5. Caught clean, and here we go. He's out to – this kid's got some wheels.
Yep. I hate re-kicks.
Here he goes. He's going to run this one back, Garnett. He's down to the 40, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5, and the Wolves are going to score on a return kickoff.
Didn't I say it?
95 yards.
I said I hate re-kicks. I would have
kicked it to the other side.
I would have pushed it.
Well, I'd have kicked it to the other side either way. But here we go. I put that thing out of the end zone. Don't kick it to the kid. caught clean by the Wolves, and they'll take it 95 yards to the house as they get 6 on the board finally.
We've seen that earlier this year.
Well, their offense ain't getting it done, so they got to get them there somehow, right?
We've seen it all the time. You know, every time there's a re-kick, the kicking team tends to be tired. They run out of their lanes. They don't adjust, and that's exactly what happened
PAT
there.
is up and away, and it looks good, and the Wolves now will be on the board with 7. They trail the Colony Cougars 14-7, and we got a ball game, folks. If you're not here, you need to get down here and cheer on your Colony Cougars here in the first round of the playoffs. One of the few times you'll see a playoff game with the Colony Cougars at Tommy Briggs Stadium.
Yeah, and when you kick that ball, you either got to kick it to the corner, kick it out of the end zone, or do what they normally do and pooch it out. And in that situation, by being a re-kick, I would have pooched it out because you weren't fresh at that time. You had already had to sprint down there because the ref blew the whistle because our clock went crazy.
Well, or kick the thing out of the end zone like he did the
Well, he didn't have enough leg that time. The wind wasn't blowing.
Oh, come on. The wind was blowing in his favor that time.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. So the Colony Cougars now give up 7 on a kickoff. That is not going to be good in the film room tomorrow morning. And the Cougars now getting ready for the kickoff return as the Wolves come out to kick this thing off, and your Colony Cougars will come out for the kickoff return here. And
well, good news is our defense gets another chance to rest.
Well, the good news is that does give our defense a little bit of rest time.
And
you really want them to have rest time, not with the other team scoring, but hey, we'll take it. So the Cougars now line up for the kickoff return. They'll put the standard Gonzalez, Simmons, and Price
back
as the deep men. Price at the middle of the field, Gonzalez and Simmons on either side, at somewhere between the hash marks and the numbers. They're going to pull up for what looks to be a pooch or an onside. It's pooched, and it's a pooch deep down to the 25-yard line. It's caught by probably Simmons, I think. Nope, that's Gonzalez. Gonzalez is going to get bounced around, and he'll be tackled. He'll get forward progress down to the Colony Cougar 29, almost 30-yard line. They're going to give it to him at the 30, it looks like. So the Colony Cougars take over 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. They'll spot what in the world? Where's he going with that? Oh my gosh! So they bring it back to the 29. The lineman can't remember where he was standing apparently. 4:02 to go in the first quarter. Colony Cougar offense comes out on the field, leading 14-7 against the Mansfield Wolves, Timberview Wolves, and the Colony will come out with Miller to the left, Perkins to the right, and a T-set in the backfield. Snap is away. He's going to fake it hand it to Abdallah, who brings it out.
I think that was Price.
Oh, that might have been Price. Let's see.
Yeah,
that was Price. Price will pick up a carry of about 4, it looks like. So it'll be 2nd and 6 from the Colony Cougar 33-yard line. Big push by the front line on that play. Cougars will come out now with Price at the tailback spot. Miller, and who's number 4? Is that Nelson?
Yes.
Number 4, Benji Nelson on the left side of the field. They'll put twins on either side of the field. And now they're going to reset back up here. Still with twins on the field. They're going to move Price. Nope, leave Price to the left of Harrington. Harrington out of the shotgun. Snap is away. He'll step back deep, and Harrington out of trouble. He'll let this one fly out of bounds. And Harrington under a lot of pressure. Had 5 Wolves in the backfield chasing him around back there.
And like I said in the earlier drive, Timberview is blitzing on every play. They're sending more linemen, more deep defensive players than the Cougars can block.
So Harrington let that one fly and got it out of harm's way. With 2:49 to go, Harrington will roll out to his right, looking downfield, and he's got a man open, and it's caught that was Madman Price headed to the sideline. They'll move the chains. Big catch down to the
first down.
Down to the Timberview 42-yard line. Big first down by the Colony Cougars as they'll move the chains on a Harrington to Price flat route out deep on the Wolves. 2:40 to go in the quarter. Cougars on the move now as Harrington comes up in the shotgun. He'll have a Dalvin now in his tailback to the right, and it'll be handed to Harrington out around the right side on a keeper. Harrington takes it out. He'll get a pickup of about what looks to be about 7 yards. Heck of a run by Harrington out around the right side. He got a good clearing block on that corner, and makes it 7 yards down the field. It'll be second and, well, he got hosed on the spot there.
Looks like about 4.
Looks
now.
like 6. It'll be 2nd and 4 from what looks to be about the 36-yard line of the Wolves. Colony Cougars come out 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. That right wideout will be Perkins, and they'll have Abdallah in the backfield with Harrington, and it'll be a handoff to Abdallah, who's met about a yard or 2 deep from the line of scrimmage, and
he may have lost a yard on that one.
he may have lost 2 yards on that one. He lost a yard, so it'll be 3rd and 7. Mora just got swallowed up by the front line of that defensive line from the Wolves, and the Cougars now will come back out. They'll put 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right, and they'll put Abdallah in the backfield on the right side of Harrington. Harrington about 4 yards deep in the set. They'll move Abdallah to the left now. Harrington in the shotgun, takes the snap. He'll deep set. Harrington in trouble, and my goodness. The Wolves come up big on a sack on Harrington. He's got nowhere to throw the thing as they were man-covered down the field, and Harrington will take a loss of about 10 on the play. Cougars are going to have to bring their punt squad out, punting from their own 48-yard line. With a minute to go, the Colony Cougars lead 14-7 against the Wolves. The Wolves finally come up with a defensive stand to stop the Colony Cougars, and the Cougars now are going to have to punt this thing away. Let's hope that they cover this punt better than they did the last kickoff, Garnett. Cougars will put a man in motion to the left in the punt formation. Snap is away. Kick is up, and it's flat kick, but it's going to get a good roll, and it's going to be rolled. Oh, and it's going to go down and go out of bounds.
Goodness.
What a great punt.
At the 5.
Rolls out at the 5-yard line. Awesome punt by the Colony Cougars, and he punted it away from the deep man, so they had no way to.
He's going
to put that at the 7.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness. Well, the problem was he was spotting it. He was down at the 40-yard line was the problem, Garnett.
No, that went out at the 5.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, my goodness.
So
they're getting hosed.
So the Timberview Wolves get a great spot by the refs down to to their own 8, and the Colony Cougar defense comes back out on the field. Cougar defense now has an opportunity to come up big here, Garnett, if they can stop this Wolves offense.
Yeah, they're going to have to get a stop down here.
They're going to have to pull up tight on those wideouts, not let that flat happen. Out of the shotgun, T formation, they're going to do some razzle-dazzle back there, try to fool the Colony Cougar defense, and they've done that. He's up the sideline, and he's going to be brought down at the 38-yard line.
Oh, that was a block in the back down there that the ref missed down there.
And the Cougars now reeling back on their heels as the
definitely, because they looked like they had him in the end zone, and he was able to get out of the end zone.
Yep.
And got all the way down to the
34-yard line of the Wolves. So the Wolves on the move now. Cougar defense got to step up and make the hit here, Garnett, as they'll come out in the shotgun with tailback to the right. They'll put a slot back to the right, and they'll put twins to the left, wide out to the right. It's going to be handed to tailback, who's trying to find room up the middle, and he does. Brings it down to the Mansfield 40-yard line. That'll be a pickup of about 6 on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 4. And Mansfield on the move now with into the quarter, and they'll swap ends of the field, and we'll take a little bit of break here in action as both teams regroup on the sideline. The Colony Cougars, this might be good for them, Garnett. Take a little wind out of the sails of that offensive squad from Mansfield.
Well, what happened was you had a team that was barely hanging on to life. And again, I don't want to go back to it, but that re-kick sparked them because now they got a touchdown. And then you on the next possession weren't able – you moved the ball, but then you stalled out. And so now they have a little bit of life in them. And so now it's back on, ball game on, where you could have just put them away, pretty early in the ball game.
Well, so now the Cougar defense needs to come up with a big play here. And from their own 40, the Mansfield Wolves come up with a 2nd and 4 from their own 40-yard line. The Cougar defense out on the field now, and they are they need a big stop here with the beginning of the second quarter here. Your Cougars lead 14-7, Tommy Briggs Stadium, and the Mansfield team comes up, twins on the left, single wide out to the right. It'll be snapped and handed to the tailback, who has a big hole up the middle, and he's brought down. They'll move the chains on it. He'll pick up about 6 or 7 on the carry, maybe even 8, down to the Mansfield 40. Looks like 48.5-yard line, in the right dead smack in the middle of the field. Mansfield comes up to the line of scrimmage. Wideouts and twins on the left side. Wide out to the right. Quarterback in the shotgun, tailback to his left, slot back to the right. Out of the shotgun, he'll get the snap. Oh, and the tailback gets the call, and he is brought down at the Mansfield 42. They'll lose about 2 on that play. And it'll be, now they're going to lose 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 13. Heck of a play by a Colony defender who shot through the line and snagged the tailback as he took the handoff and immediately was tackled. Mansfield comes up with wideouts on either side, out of the T formation, slot back to the right, out of the shotgun. Snaps a little high, but the quarterback's got it. He hands it to the tailback going to the right. Gets around the edge, picks up a carry of about 5, maybe 6. We'll see where they spot it. They're going to bring
it. There's a flag down. We might get either offsides or holding.
They're going to bring it down to the 40, Colony Cougar 49. They're going to get a personal foul face mask on the Colony Cougars. That's going to be a big 15-yarder. Cougars cannot afford mistakes like that tonight, Garnett, if they expect to win this ball game. That's going to take them down to the Colony Cougar 34-yard line.
So he's a short, thick running back, and it was just when they were wrapping up the tackle, just grab the face mask.
So Mansfield gets a break here on the Colony defense, and they'll take it down to the 34-yard line of the Colony Cougars. 1st and 10. Mansfield comes out, wide outs to either side, out of the T formation, slot back to the right. Snap is away. He looks to his left. Man's open in the flat. He caught that at his knees. There's no way he's going to get up and run. Welcome to high school football, and that's down at the 28-yard line of the Colony Cougars. They'll pick up of about 6. It'll be 2nd and 4 from that spot. The Wolves will come out with twins on the right and wide out to the left. Tailback to the right of the quarterback in the shotgun. Slot back to the left. Quarterback about 3 or 3.5 yards deep on the set. Snap is away. He's going to hand it to the tailback who is mugged, but breaks the tackle. And he scampers out on a broke play to the right, out to the edge. He's going to pick up a 1st down. But he's brought down and he's hurt.
He may be a yard short.
And he's hurt on the tackle. They knocked the snot out of that kid on the edge.
Well, they had him for a 4-yard loss in the backfield, but he's short and low to the ground that they couldn't wrap him up. That's what I hate about those short, stocky backs. But he was able to bounce it outside and picked up some yards.
So it's going to be 3rd and 1 from the Colony 25, and the tailback is hit hard at the about the 26, 27.
Looked like he just may have gotten the wind knocked out.
Well, I think he got the snot knocked out of his hip bone. And so they're going to let him take a breather and put a replacement in as the Wolves now with a 3rd and 1 from the 25. On the move, they could bring this thing even if the Colony Cougar defense doesn't step up and make a big play here.
Yeah, we need some big plays. This is where we bend, but we don't break.
After giving up 15 on the personal foul, and the Wolves now will come out of the T formation, quarterback in
and with the back going out, the quarterback is going to keep this one.
Wide outs either side, out of the shotgun, slot back to the right. Snap is away. He's going to throw it to down the left side. They go up, and
looks like it's going to be offsides on the defense.
Going to be incomplete.
Yeah, we jumped.
So the Colony Cougars are going to get hit with an encroachment. That'll cost them another 5. Down to the Cougar 20. So now it'll be 1st down and 10 from the 20 as the Cougar defense continues to erode here. And the Wolves taking advantage out of the T formation. It'll be handed to the slot.
That's going to be a
tailback
hold.
going to the right, and nobody called the hold.
Yeah, they called it.
Where's the flag?
It's in the middle of the field.
Oh, man, that was a hold bigger than Dallas. Oh, my gosh. If they didn't get that, we got a big problem. When you can see the hold from the press box, it's no bueno.
They called a chop block.
Called a chop block on him. Wow.
But that was a big hold.
It was.
I mean,
huge hold.
It was something because, wow, they just cleared him out of the way.
So they're going to move the Wolves back on that.
Is that a 15?
That should be a 15-yarder. Nope, we got
Yeah, that's a 15.
Yeah, a 15-yarder. So the Wolves now facing a 1st and 25 from the Colony Cougar 35-yard line.
This is where you got to lock them down. You cannot let them pick up.
This is where the defense got that personal foul back, and now they need to come to the plate and hit the fast pitch. Out of the shotgun. Snap is away. Timberwolf stands in the pocket.
It's intercepted.
Did he intercept it?
Yes,
did
he
keep
did.
It? And the Colony Cougars bring down an interception at their own 15-yard line as the Wolves turn over the football. And what a great pick by the cornerback, the left cornerback of the Colony Cougars.
That was Cameron Pear.
Cameron Pear goes up and picks this one off.
Just gets right in the way of the running back slide. They thought they were trying to slide him out of the backfield.
That's twice.
And he read it perfectly.
Twice this year he's done that. And Pear comes up big with a turnover, and the Colony Cougars will come out on the hunt now. Big turnover at their own 17, first and 10 with 9:42 to go. The Colony Cougar offense.
I think he had some room for a touchdown. Pick six.
Cougar offense needs to come up and hit the fast one now, as they'll put Price in the backfield at the quarterback. No, under center. It'll be pitched out to Price on the flea flicker. He lets it fly down the side.
Oh, he didn't come to the ball.
Oh my gosh! And Miller just flat did not turn around and come to the football. That thing was 6 points if Miller turns around.
I don't know. It fell between Miller and Harrington. I don't know which one he was trying to throw it to.
So the Cougars try the flea flicker to
it was there, but I don't know.
It was there. We were lucky that didn't get picked off.
Yeah, we are.
So the Cougars now come back out. Harrington out of the shotgun. Abdallah to his right. They'll put two wideouts to the right, wide side of the field, and one to the short side. Perkins to the short side of the field, or Miller to the short side of the field. Harrington looks to his right, throws to the flat. It's caught, and he's tackled at the Colony Cougar 18, it looks like. But he got it back to the line of scrimmage. That's Price, and so it'll be 3rd and 10 from the 18, same spot as they started this drive on. Cougars have got to capitalize on the turnover here. And they'll come out with a big 3rd and 10. They gotta do something marvelous here, Garnett, to get this thing to move the chains. And they'll put 3 wideouts to the right, to the left, 1 to the right. Harrington with Abdallah in the backfield, out of the shotgun. Snap is away. Harrington steps back. Oh man, and they got a blitz up the middle, unabated. The middle linebacker comes up the middle of the field and lays the wood to Harrington, and he's dropped it.
I think that was actually a lineman, and we just missed the block.
Wow, he laid the wood to Harrington at the 10.
I mean, he didn't tackle. He hit him so hard. He oh my goodness.
Wow, Harrington's got to be figuring out what planet he's on.
Yeah,
right now.
we gotta figure out that blocking on that one.
He got thumped.
That was
yeah, that was not good.
Yeah.
I don't think that kid could believe nobody was standing in front of him. So now we're kicking from the middle of the end zone. Colony Cougars punting. What was a great gift by the – oh, man, he just killed our kicker.
Is that not a running into the – is
That's
that not –
got to be a foul. Are you kidding me? He's going to say he was blocked into the punter? That's ridiculous.
That's got to be
wow, that was a horrible call. There is no way he was blocked into that punter. Well, so the punter just had the wood laid to him. So down to the Cougar 40-yard line, dismal punt. And the Cougars now will come out on defense. They're going to step it back to the Cougar 41-yard line. The Timberview Wolves come out with 8 minutes to go, out of the T formation. It'll be handed to the tailback out around the left side. He's brought down at the 36-yard line. They're going to give him forward progress to the 35, which is quite generous since he dropped at the 36 and rolled forward. So Timberwolves pick up of about 6 on the play. That'll be 2nd and 4 from the Colony Cougar 35. And the defense needs to step it up here, Garnett. Out of the T formation. Snap is away. It's handed to the tailback again. And, he's going to be wrangled down for a loss on the play of about 2. They'll take it back to the Cougar 38-yard line, it looks like. So it'll be 3rd down and about 7, or a long 8. I think it's 3rd and 7 from the Colony Cougar 38-yard line, as the Wolves now starting to stutter a little bit. Big play by the Colony defense. They need to stay on this one and not let that flat in the wide side of the field go here, Garnett. And a quarterback keeper around the right side. Here he goes, and he's got room to run. He's going to get 6 if we're not careful. Sure enough, he's going to take this one to the house, and the Wolves now put another 6 on the board against the Colony Cougar defense. This one's starting to unravel on the defensive side of the football here, as the Colony Cougars now lead by 1, and the PAT team is going to come out for the Wolves. Oh,
yeah, but it's a celebration. It's a celebration flag. The touchdown to Camp, but he'll get an unsportsmanlike for the celebration.
So that's twice they've let that quarterback get loose. They're going to have to find a solution for that.
Well,
board.
you knew they ran the 2 plays short. You know they were going to come back wide. You got to be ready to cover the wide side of the field. You can't get sucked out of position.
So 7 minutes to go in the half. Colony Cougars now, the Wolves now within 14-13. The PAT team on the field. And after looking at this kicker in the pregame, there's no reason to think that he's going to miss an extra point here. Cougars are going to have to force a mistake here. And they're going to get a celebration penalty. That'll be assessed on the kickoff. And now they come out for the PAT.
Well, one more, he's out of the game, so let's hope he gets another one.
They set up, snap is away, sets down, kick is up, and he's kicked that one to the Colony Cougar Fieldhouse, and that'll make it 14-all here. With 17 to go, with 7 minutes to go in the half, the Wolves have brought this thing even on the Colony Cougar defense, and the defense just caught sleeping on the quarterback keeper around the right side, and he had nobody to touch him down the right side of the field.
Well, you know, their only offense tonight has been the running back and the quarterback, and you got to know, you just stopped the running back twice. You got to know the quarterback is going to keep that ball. He's going to try to get to the wide side of the field where there's more room for him to operate and use his quickness, and that wasn't a good job by the Cougars defense of containing that outside.
Well, and that was the very thing we talked about in the beginning of this game. You shut down that running back, and you've shut down 60% of their offense.
Right.
So the Cougars have got to do a better job of watching those two guys. 7 minutes to play here in the first quarter. You're calling Cougars now even with the Timberview Wolves of Mansfield, 14-all. And they're going to assess a penalty here on the kickoff. The Wolves will be kicking it off from their own 25. Hopefully the Cougars can capitalize on that a little bit. That would take a pooch down to about the 40 of the Colony Cougars. They could potentially end up starting this drive in the Mansfield side of the football side of half of the 50-yard line. So let's see where they kick this thing. The Cougar receiving team will line up at the Mansfield 35.
I think they need to come up a few yards.
Why?
I think our deeps are back too far.
And Mansfield now setting up for the kickoff. Wouldn't surprise me at all if they didn't.
I bet they onside.
Bet they onside this thing. Because the Colony is not ready for that. And Colony's pulling up now. And it's pooched down to about the 35-yard line. Caught clean. And here we go. Running up the middle of the field. He's got room to run. He's broke a couple of tackles and brought down at the Mansfield 40-yard line. Colony Cougars will take over first down with about a what looks to be about a 25-yard return on the kickoff. Where are they spotting this thing? I don't understand. He was brought down at the Mansfield 40. They spot it back at the 30, at the 43. What in the world? 6:52 to play in the half. The Colony Cougars take over first and 10 from the Mansfield 43-yard line. The Cougar offense has been stalled in the last two drives. Need to untrack this thing again, Garnett, and put it back on the rails.
Yeah, we've definitely got to score and know that you're getting the ball at halftime. So
as the Cougars come out, two wideouts to the right, one to the left, out of the shotgun, they're going to hand it to Abdallah, pitch it to Price on the reverse, and Price got room to run around the left side. He'll juke around and pick up the first down easily down to the Mansfield 31-yard line. Let's see where they spot it. They're going to spot it at the 31, I believe. It'll be first and 10 by your Colony Cougars on the reverse. Price picks up 11. And 6:42 to go in the half, 14-14 here in Tommy Briggs Stadium. If you're not here, you're missing a heck of a ball game, folks. And the Cougars now trying to get this offensive drive team back on the rails here, as they had two successful drives right off the bat, and now are starting to stutter midway through the middle of the first half. Come out, two wideouts to the right, two to the left, out of the shotgun. And Harrington will step back under a lot of pressure from the left side. Oh, no, he coughs up the football, and Mansfield's going to pick it up. They're going to get the turnover. Oh, my goodness. The Colony Cougars now unraveling here a little bit as Mansfield picks up Harrington trying to throw the football. Has got massive pressure from the left side on his blind side, as it's called, and he coughs up the football, and Mansfield recovers. So the Colony Cougar defense will have to come back out and work some magic
Oh
here.
my goodness! And they played where he was trying to. He just waited too long to throw the ball. He got to know. He got to have that clock ticking in his head. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003.
Mansfield will take over 1st and 10 from their own 42.
He's got to know he's got that clock in his head.
5:54 to go, and Mansfield now they have effectively swung the tide of this ball game in their favor here at home in Tommy Briggs Stadium. And the
well, like I talked about earlier, Mansfield doesn't have anything to lose. They're sending the blitz on every play, and that's what happened on that one. They had a blitz from the outside, and he rolled a little bit to buy some time, but just didn't let the ball go. As he was throwing the ball, the defender comes by and just knocks it out right out of his hand.
So Mansfield comes up to the ball out of the T formation, slot back to the right, wideouts either side. Snap is away out of the option. Quarterback keeper up the middle of the field. He's going to pick up about 6 on the play.
You got to know that's what Timberview is going to do. That's option 2. That's option 1. 1 is to get it to the running backs. 2 is the quarterback is going to keep it. Somebody's got to be covering both of those guys.
Pick up a 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 5. Mansfield comes up the line of scrimmage, wideouts either side.
Because they've shown they can't throw the ball.
So now they're going to come up in the T again with the slot back to the left. And looks like they're going to run this option again. And they do. It's a quarterback keeper right up the middle of the field again. This kid gets loose again, and here we go. He's broke 2 tackles, 3 tackles, brought down at the Colony 30-yard line, slides up. They're going to mark it at the 30.
There's no reason for them to be missing his tackle. They have him in the backfield.
They're going to move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Colony 30, 5:37 to play. And the quarterback right now having a track meet on the Colony Cougar defense as he breaks tackles routinely in the backfield and then is off to the scamper for 20, 30, 40 yards a pop here, Garnett. Out of the T formation again, wideouts either side. And it's bobbled in the backfield by the quarterback, and he's going to be – why did they call that thing dead? They didn't even tackle him.
No, they tackled him.
So the Cougars now get a break here as they'll give up 2 yards on the bobbled snap. Snapped high. They got a snapper that's snapping this thing perpetually high all the time. Be 2nd and 12 from the Cougar 32. Colony Cougar defense needs to capitalize on this.
Looked like the quarterback took himself out of the game.
And Mansfield now will come back out, number 11.
So they put another quarterback
at the quarterback slot. Snap is away. He steps back and throws to the flat. And it's going to be blown dead. Probably going to be a false start, I'm hoping. False start on the offense. That'll cost them a little bit, and that'll move them back. 4:38 to go in the half. This ball game's tied up in chains, 14-all, as the Timberview Wolves starting to get a little bit of issues on offense as they get a false start. That'll cost them 5. Move them back to the Colony Cougar. Where are they going to spot this thing? The referee can't figure it out. They're going to spot it at the Colony Cougar 37. It'll be
got to come up on that cover.
2nd and about 16. And they'll come up to the line of scrimmage. The replacement quarterback still in, and Timberview is going to call timeout, and they're going to talk about it. As the Cougar defense needs to make something happen here, Garnett, with 4:25 to play in the half. Leading, there goes the scoreboard again. That's what we need is a flaky scoreboard tonight. As the
the thing is they got the Cougars on their heels right now. Here's the thing. Cougars got to make a stop on defense. They've got to figure out the run option with somebody's got to cover, somebody's got to account for the quarterback. Everybody else can flow to the running back, but somebody's got to account for the quarterback. The other thing is Cougars on offense, they got to figure out the blitz. Timberview is sending the house on every play. And again, once you get past the front line, you can score. And that's what the Cougars are doing. But if you don't get past the front line, it's going to be a long ball game. And right now, Timberview is batting about 50-50 because the Cougars got 14 on the board.
So Timberview now comes out with still their backup quarterback. 3 wideouts to the right. He's going to look to the tailback in the backfield. Catches the tailback clean in the backfield. He's going to scamper around, but he'll only pick up about 2 on the carry.
I think he's going to lose a yard on that.
Might have lost a yard, actually. He did. He lost a yard on the play. It'll be 3rd and about, almost 20.
17.
No, that's third and 19. 3rd and 19 from the Cougar 30. 8-yard line.
So if we can get a big stop here.
Wolves come up, 3 wide out to the right, 1 to the left, tailback to the right of the quarterback. Quarterback steps back, looks downfield. Oh, a little bit of pressure. He puts it up. Man, wide open on the right side, and the Wolves are going to score. Wolves put 6 up on the board again, and oh my goodness, they're starting to pace it out on the Colony Cougar defense here as they go up 20-14 on your Cougars with 4:11 to go in the half. And that guy was wide open on man-to-man out there, Garnett.
Yeah, they came up on the pump fake, and we thought I thought he was about to get sacked, and the Cougar stopped running with his receiver. The receiver kept running this route. He was able to escape the pressure and threw it right on the dime.
So the Wolves now with the PAT out on the field, there's no reason why they're not going to make this thing, and he puts it up. And sure enough, this kicker is a good one, and he puts it through dead nut in the middle of the uprights. As the Timberview Wolves go up on your Colony Cougars 21-14.
And that's bad coverage because you have them at 3rd and 19. There's no reason for somebody to get behind you on 3rd and 19.
Agreed. 4:11 to go in the half. Your Colony Cougars trail now 21-14, and this offense, Garnett, has got to put this thing back on the rails. They got an opportunity here to run this quarter out, score 6, go in at halftime even, and then come out and take the football and drive it right down their throat to start the second half.
Well, they can move the ball.
But they're going to have to. They're going to have to move the ball.
Now you're behind. You've given up 3 straight touchdowns. Now you've got to score, and you got to at some point show that you can stop Timberview again. Because right now Timberview has your number.
3 unanswered scores by Timberview, and the Colony Cougar unable to move the football down the field.
And I go back to that. I hate to say it. The ref blew the whistle on the kickoff as we were sprinting down the field.
Well, what are you going to do?
And on that one, I would have told my kicker, I'd go just kick it out of bounds.
So the Timberview Wolves will line up on the kickoff. Colony Cougars now in the kickoff return formation, and the scoreboard's still goofing up here. It's goofy. 4:11 to go in the half. Your Cougars trail 21-14 behind the Timberview Wolves, and the Cougars now need to put this thing on the rails. And it's exactly how we called it, Garnett. These teams are pretty even. It's who wants this thing more, and right now the Wolves are outplaying the Cougars.
Yeah.
So the Timberwolves now lining up for the kickoff, and the kicker advances. The ball is kicked, and it's up, and he kicks this thing out of bounds at the 10-yard line. So that'll cost them a little bit, and that's exactly what the Colony should have done in their kickoff. Not let them advance, just make them take the football.
Yeah, you got to know the situation that you're in. Got to know how much time is on the clock. I tell my young kids that all the time.
So 4:11 to go in the half. The Cougars desperately need to bring this thing even before the half. They're going to bring it out to the 30-yard line. Your Colony Cougars 1st and 10 from their own 30, and they'll come out now and try to put this thing back in perspective.
Yep, there's still time. This is still, and you're at home.
Ball game not over. They'll put 3 out to the left, 1 to the right. Harrington out of the shotgun with Abdallah to his left. They'll hand it to Abdallah, who, man, he's just under pressure. Gets out around the right edge, and Abdallah will lay a lick on that cornerback, and he's brought down out of bounds at about the 41-yard line. Let's say they're going to spot it at the it should be the 41.
They're going to give him a first down.
So they'll put it at the 41-yard line. That'll be a Colony Cougar first down. And Abdallah makes a heck of a run around the right side, breaks a tackle in the backfield, managed to get this thing around the edge. 4:04 with in the half. Cougars on the move at the 41. Harrington out of the shotgun, 3 wideouts to the left. Harrington will roll to his left, looking downfield. He's under pressure, and he'll throw this thing out of bounds. And Colony Cougars now 2nd and 10 from the 41 as Harrington under a lot of pressure rolling to his left and nobody to hit downfield. They're going to have to, Garnett, throw this thing quick.
Yeah, they got
the long bomb routes, letting Harrington have a lot of time is just not working right now. They got too much pressure coming off the edges from this Wolf defense. And the Cougars now come up at the 41-yard line, their own 41, 2nd and 10. They'll put 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Harrington out of the shotgun. He'll have Abdallah in the backfield with him. Harrington looks quick, and man, that lineman is one athletic dude out there on the edge. as he gets up and bats the ball down. Heck of a defensive play by the Wolves, and they'll put this thing 3rd and 10 from the 41.
I mean, that's all they're doing. They're sending the house. They're sending it from the left. They're sending it from the right. They're sending it from the middle. Cougars got to find a way to block it up.
Yeah, they need to throw out in the flat against that kid because he's not going to be able to slide out if he's blitzing and throw in behind him. But they'll put out 3 wideouts to the left. Harrington lone back in the backfield. He looks downfield, got a man open, and it's caught at the Wolf 38.
And that's the thing about if they keep blitzing, they're going to keep blitzing until you stop it. But if you can get behind them, good things are going to happen.
Wolf 34.
He's got to get the ball off.
Cougar first down. The Colony moves the chains. Big play by the Cougars to bring this thing downfield, and that's what they got to do. They got to throw the ball quick and make them pay for that rush. And now they set up with 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. And
because Timberview has shown that's all they're going to do tonight. They're going to come quick. They're going to come fast.
So now they're going to bring Abdallah up as a wideout, more at the slot back. Harrington drops deep, and it's thrown
right in the middle
of the field, and then they're going to take a loss of 1 on that one. That was a horrible play.
Well, yeah, he was trying to catch him blitzing. That time they actually the Cougars blocked him up, held him up at the line of scrimmage. And where he was trying to get to, because I think he was trying to throw the middle screen on that play.
Well, and the thing is that the guy come off the edge. Harrington was a sitting duck because he dropped so deep. So Harrington now working out of a hole here a little bit. It's going to be 2nd and 11. They're going to hand it to Abdallah, who gets a running room out around the left side.
Oh, get out of the way, lineman.
Abdallah is going to pick up the first down, runs over a lineman in the process, and is tripped up by his own lineman.
Yeah, because I think if his lineman was out of the way, he was taking that one to the house.
Blocking downfield, but he could have gone to the left. He had plenty of green front end. So Abdallah, trying to stay in the blocking wake, moves the chains. First down, Colony Cougars down to the 23-yard line of the Wolves. 2:30 to go, trailing 14-21 over the under the Timberview Wolves. Harrington out of the shotgun. Snap is away. Harrington on the keeper. And he's going to dive. Won't make it back to the line of scrimmage, I don't believe, but maybe they'll give it to him.
No, so what the Cougars need to do also, mix it up. They've got to go quick and don't wait for the check with the sideline. They've got to they've got to have 2 plays where they can get to the line of scrimmage and go.
And run it.
Instead of letting the Timberview set up. You've got to throw something in there to catch them off.
2nd and 11. Cougars come up to the line of scrimmage, 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Slot back to the right. Abdallah, they'll move Abdallah now up to the left side of the set as a wideout. Harrington lone back. Snap is away. Here comes the rush. Harrington rolls to his right. He's looking downfield. Harrington on the keeper now. He's going to run it out about the 14-yard line. Won't quite be enough for a first down, I don't believe. Going to be about a yard short. Let's see what they do here. And what are they going to say? They're going to say 3rd down and about 1. 3rd and 1 at the they spotted at the 14 of the Wolves. Colony Cougars able to move the ball this drive. Harrington out of the shotgun.
Oh, that's going to be offside.
That's going to be an encroachment. What in the world? He touched the lineman.
Dude, come on, man.
Holy cow.
They didn't want to throw the penalty.
Get that freaking flag out of your pocket, boss. Oh, and now they're going to say the Colony drew him offside?
No. Okay.
Nope, it's encroachment on the defense. That'll give the Colony a first down. So move the football.
Wow.
Colony Cougars will pick up 1st and goal from the 9-yard line, and that'll be a first down Cougar offense. And the Cougars now within striking distance, 1:34 to go in the half. Your Colony Cougars from the 9-yard line.
This has got to be
Abdallah. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Abdallah in the middle of the field. And Abdallah with the football. He spins around, breaks the tackle.
Ball.
I think he got it down to about the 4. They're going to spot it at the 5, it looks like. These refs blow. Abdallah had forward progress to the 4-yard line. Let's see where they spot it. 1:19, clock running. And where are they going to put this thing?
I think they're putting it at the 4.
They're going to drop the egg at the – they dropped it at the 5, Garnett. They dropped the egg at the 5, so the Colony Cougars 1st and goal from the 5. Minute clock running.
I don't think the refs know what they're doing.
Well, then they need to stop the clock if that's the case. Oh, they're going to put some time back on the clock. And And let's see what they put on back on the clock. Come on, timekeeper, let's go.
Something going on in the Colony because our cops just left the school.
Yeah, the whole city, the Colony police force just took off. So with 1:23 to go, second and goal from the 5. Colony Cougars line up, 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. It's going to be Abdallah gets the call again up the middle of the field, and he's going to scrum it down to about the. You tell me they're going to stop him up at the 4?
They didn't even give him any progress. They're going to say he just got back to the line of scrimmage.
They're going to say he barely got it back to the line of scrimmage. So now the Cougars will be at 3rd and goal from the 5. And that front line has got to get out of their own way if they're going to bring this thing up the middle of the field and try to power it over that Alabama line of the Wolves. And the Colony Cougars now coming up to the line of scrimmage. They're going to put 2 wideouts either side, slot back to the right. Harrington lone back in the backfield. Snap is away. Harrington looking downfield. He puts it up high, and it's almost picked off by the middle linebacker as Harrington tries to put it up over the middle to Mora. And he just floats that thing up a little bit too high, and the Cougars are going to have to settle for a field goal here.
We got a penalty. Hang on.
Rutrow, what's the penalty?
It's going to be on Timberview. We may get a first down out of this.
Uh-oh. So, got an eye on the ref. It's going to be a personal foul, Colony. Wow, that was not good.
Oh, this is going to make this field goal a little bit difficult.
So, the Colony now takes a 15-yarder in the shorts on a unsportsmanlike conduct. These kids have got to keep it together here, Garnett. They're going to bring that one back to the 19.
Yeah, if Mikey throws it a little bit, he tried to float it up in the air and gave the defender time to get up under it. Yeah, he's got to throw that ball.
So this is going to be a 35-yard attempt.
Because Mora was open. He's got to throw it out there, throw it toward the back of the end zone where he's going.
35-yard attempt. Kevin Albaron, the kicker, is going to line up.
I don't like this.
I don't like this either. With the 33 seconds to go in the half, your Colony Cougars come up short on what was a gift, and now are having to settle for a field goal here. I hope they're not trying to plot a fake field goal here, Garnett. This would be not good.
But no, but I'm a little worried with the distance now.
Oh. So Albaron now comes out on the field to try to put 3 up on the board. Albaron's got plenty of leg for this, but he's to the left, to the setup on the right hash mark. He typically kicks left, so this could be a difficult kick for Albaron. As he lines up now, the Colony Cougars in the field goal formation. Snap is away. Albaron hits this thing.
It's good.
And Albaron puts it through the middle and puts 3 up on the board for the Colony Cougars. With 28 seconds to go in the half, your Colony Cougars come within 4 of the Wolves, putting this game 17-21. Your Cougars still trail the Wolves, and they need to shut them down in 28 seconds to close this half out, Garnett. And they'll come back out and get another stab at them right off the bat in the second half.
Yeah,
Cougars with
you hate that they couldn't punch that in because that was a golden opportunity down at the 5-yard line. You tried with 2 runs and then unsuccessful pass that was almost intercepted.
Well, yep. Tide changes on a fouled up game clock on the kickoff, and the Wolves run one back on the Cougars.
And you're the home team, and Cougars haven't been able to recover since that kickoff return for a touchdown.
And the Wolves managed to swing the game tide in their favor and capitalize with 3 scores back to back and stop the Colony Cougar offense from scoring in 2 consecutive drives. Turns this thing on its head, and now the Colony Cougars working out of a hole. Cougars now lining up for the kickoff, and the Wolves come out to the return. Garnett, you either got to park this thing in the street over here, or you've got to. And I'd kick it out of bounds at about the 5 or something.
That's what I would do.
But here they come. Colony Cougars are going to line up for a pooch. You know, they're going to put this thing down around the 25. Looks like the right hash mark. Kick is away. They're going to kick it right down the middle of the field to the 30. And here comes the Wolves. Oh, and that kid paid for catching that football. as he got stood up and then drilled by number 21 of the Colony Cougars, Chris Allen, who smacked this kid in the back, and he's probably got a lung poking out somewhere, as Chris Allen laid the wood to this kid after he catches the football. And the Wolves now take over 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line, and the Cougar defense needs to come up big here. 24 seconds to go in the half. Wolves trying to pull out on the Colony Cougars here by 2 possessions. 1 possession game going. Your Colony Cougars trail 17-21. Out of the shotgun, the Wolves step back, gets a keeper of the quarterback. He's got lots of room to run. He jukes to his left, goes back right. He'll run it out of bounds at the Colony Cougar 44, looks like. And they're going to spot it, looks like, at the 45. They'll move the chain. 16 seconds to go. They have got to shut that quarterback down, Garnett.
Well, they had a big rush on him. He sidestepped the rush, and then there was nobody there to cover him, and he was able to get down the field.
That's their backup quarterback too, by the way. Steps back in the pocket. He lets one fly down the left side. Oh, and they're going to get a pass interference.
Nope, that was he thought about throwing it, but he didn't.
Boy, he did. He was trying to find the flag.
He was trying to. I think if he would have found it, he would have threw it, but he couldn't find it, so he just said, "Nah, that was good coverage."
So the Cougars get away with one here down the side, left side, and be incomplete. With 10 seconds to go, the Wolves trying to put this one in the end zone on the Cougars and make it a 2-possession ball game here, as the Cougar defense trying to hold on to get into the locker room at half.
So they put their regular quarterback out as a receiver because he's fast, and brought in, looks like they're passing
Number
quarterback.
11, he's going to step back in the pocket. Under pressure, he's getting the grasp. Brought down at the Colony.
And they may let this one run out.
He's sacked at the Wolf 45. Big play by the Colony Cougar defense. They're going to let this one run out, and that's the first half of play. Your Colony Cougars leading most of the first half, but letting the thing get away towards the end of the first quarter, and the Wolves pull out on your Colony Cougars by a possession, leading this thing 21-17.
Looks like they got an injured Wolf down there.
They're going to put 2 seconds back on the clock, and Wolf is hurt. Man, that big boy got smoked.
He'll recover by halftime.
Number 54, he's not feeling good, but able to get off on his own power barely. But I'll bet that one kid that's helping him off is not feeling good, because he's got about 400 pounds laying on him right now. So the Colony Cougars now will try to hold them off one more play.
They called timeout.
You know darn good and well the Wolves are going to come out here, and they are going to try to put this thing up and pop fly it here, put 6 on the board right at the end of the half.
Need to take the ball right out of his hands and go score a touchdown.
Colony Cougars need to stack this box and rush the snot out of this kid. And here they come. Colony Cougars now. They now have their normal quarterback. You know he's going to run this thing. Nope, it's the backup. He's looking downfield. And he's going to get caught, brought down, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half finally. Your Colony Cougars trail 17-21. The Timberview Wolves leading this thing going into half. Didn't see that coming, as they put 3 consecutive drives together off the 95-yard kickoff return, and take this thing to a 1-possession lead over your Colony Cougars at halftime. We'll let you listen to the bands here. Garnett and I'll sign out, and we'll see you at the beginning of the second half.
This week's squad of the week is Ulysses Yellow Rocket. Top Cat sergeants are Sergeant Sarah Van Gordon, Sergeant A.D. Chevalier, Sergeant Jamie Mendoza, Sergeant Maya Sandifer, and Head Sergeant Treasure Payton. Top Cat officers are Junior Lieutenant Crystal Cooper, Junior Lieutenant Nicole Green, Senior Lieutenant Ayana Gray, Senior First Lieutenant Lisa De Leon, and Senior Head Captain Abby Lawson. Tonight, the Top Cats will be performing a shimmer routine to turn the beat around. Ladies and gentlemen, Colony High School Top Cats. 2018-2019 Top Cats sponsors are Platinum Level, Liberty Cats, Leading Purchase, the Colony Dentist, the Coffee Shop, Angelina's, and Home Star Toyota. Gold Level sponsors GFC Mortgage, Lake Lane, and so much fun. Silver Level sponsors Benford Global and Jack Foods on the Westmoreland. Join the Top Cats this holiday season for our first holiday spectacular, to be held here at the Colony High School at 7 p.m. on December 14th. Tickets available at tchstopcats.com. And now enter the field for your continued halftime entertainment. Under the direction of drum majors Melissa Carmona and Simone Melvin, please welcome to Cougar Stadium the Colony High School Marching Band. Having been awarded Best Music Honors and third place in Class 5A at the UCB Marching Competition, unanimous superior ratings at the UIL Region 2 Marching Contest, and Best Music, Best Visual, Best Overall Effect, and a silver medal finish at the USSBA Marching Competition, the band is staring blindly into space. They're getting up to splash their face. Sitting cross-legged on the floor, 25 or 64.
And the Colony Cougars now are on the field and getting ready for the second half of play here, trailing the Timberview Wolves 21-17.
Hey there.
And Mansfield on the
All
field
right,
now
got both of you.
to kick off.
Kicking teams on the right. What? Oh.
Mansfield on the field for the kickoff. Colony Cougars now have taken the field with the receiving team. Cougars will take over beginning of the second half here, trailing Mansfield. Need to put 6 on the board in this first possession, bring this game even, or go ahead here with a big pay dirt score. Colony Cougars, I'm hoping, make some adjustments at half. Come out here big in the third quarter, Garnett.
Yeah, Cougars have got to do something to stop this defensive rush, and they've got to take control of this ball game again.
And the kick is away. It's a little pooch down to about the 30. It's going to be, oh no. And the Colony Cougars just touched the football, dropped it, and let Mansfield pick it up at their own 15. So Mansfield to get the ball here first go around in the second half, as the Colony Cougars continue to implode here at the beginning of the second half. And Mansfield will take over in great field position at the Colony Cougar 15, it looks like.
Well, the Cougar didn't make an adjustment on the ball. Everybody was set deep. He's shown on the kickoff that he was going to pooch it. They didn't come up to grab the ball. They stayed back in a deep formation.
So out of the Cougar 23-yard line, they're going to spot it. 1st and 10, Mansfield comes out. Cougar defense got their work cut out for him now, Garnett. Snap is away. It's going to be handed to the tailback. He'll be brought down at the line of scrimmage. They might have picked up a yard. Let's see where they spot it.
Yeah, and you don't want to give away possessions like that in a big ball game like this. Playoffs, this win or go home, baby.
You can't do that in the playoffs here in Texas high school football.
And yeah, they fell asleep on that kickoff.
So the Cougars now 2nd and 10. Snap is away. Mansfield on the option. Quarterback keeps it up the middle of the field. He's going to pick up about, looks like 4 or 5 yards. Let's see where they spot the forward progress.
And unfortunately, they're already in field goal range with the leg of this kicker that they have.
I hate to tell you, once they get across midfield, they're in field goal range with their kicker.
Yeah, this guy can kick.
This guy can put one out there. So
watch the outside. We know he's going to run to the right side of the field.
They're going to spot it at the 21. It'll be 3rd and 8 from the 21. Mansfield out of the tee. Wide outs either side. They're going to.
Nobody. Yep. Didn't I say?
Quarterback keeper up the middle of the field. He's going to be stopped short of the first down.
They may go for it
down
here.
To the 15.
He picked up about 6 on this one.
So it's going to be 4th and about 2 from the 16. And Mansfield's going to go for it here.
They're going to try to put this game away early.
You know darn good and well they're going to run this one up the middle of the field on that quarterback keeper. 10:33 to play in the third quarter out of the T formation. Snap is back, and it's going to be a keeper. Quarterback scamps around, and he's going to put 6 on the board easily against the Colony Cougars as he scampers around 3 or 4 tacklers, breaks 1 tackle, gets free, goes right, and he is in for 6 points. And Mansfield now will lengthen their lead to 27-17 over the Colony Cougars and bring their PAT squad out. They're going to go into a dual swinging gate here on the extra point, try to make this one really difficult on the Colony Cougars. And now they'll put their PAT team out. They'll pull the offensive squad off the field. And the point after team comes out. Kicker sets up, and with 10:20 to go, the Mansfield Timberview Wolves make quick work of 6 points here in the first of the second half. They'll cap it off with a successful PAT attempt and go up on your Colony Cougars 28-17. The Cougars have got to wake up here, Garnett. This thing's going to get loose from them if they're not careful. Now we're at a 2-possession ball game with 10:20 to go in the third quarter.
That's not a good adjustment, especially when you know he's pooching. You can see him set up on the tee. He's going to pooch the ball, and you don't make an adjustment to that. And then you drop the ball, and the guy recovers the ball. That's poor execution right there.
Definitely a no bueno. So the Colony Cougars
and
now.
They didn't do anything special. We know either number 4 or number 1 is going to run the ball for them. You got to account for them.
So your Colony Cougars will set up in the kickoff return again as Mansfield will take another go at the Colony Cougars here with 10:20 to go in the third quarter. Your Cougars trail now 2 possessions, 17-28 against the Wolves. A game that they once had complete control of has gotten out of control, and the Cougars now struggling to stay in this one here early in the second half.
And I'll go back to the clock. Man, ref blew the play dead because actually that ball went into the end zone. On that kickoff.
Yep.
He blew it dead and then came back and he kicked it short and they scored a touchdown. And the Cougars have been struggling since. Now see this one, he's setting up the pooch deep.
So the Cougars now pull up a little bit and the pooch is caught at the 28. And Gonzalez runs back to the middle of the field. I'm not sure what that was about. He'll make a return of about 4 or 5 on the carry. And they'll set this one up at the Colony Cougar 33-yard line. 1st and 10 from the Cougar 33. And the Colony offense now, Garnett, has got to bring this thing down the field and score.
Well, unfortunately now, field goals aren't going to do you any good. You've got to score touchdowns because you've shown that you can't slow down or you haven't been able to slow down Timberview yet. So you've got to at least put some touchdowns on the board to show that you can at least keep up with them.
Well, they've got to keep up with them scoring, and they've got to shut them down at some point tonight. And Abdallah up the middle of the field, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage, I believe. Might have lost a yard on the carry. We'll see where they spot it. And they're going to spot this one at the 33, back to the original line of scrimmage. Be 2nd and 10 from the Colony 33 as Abdallah is stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll line up 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right, slot back to the right. Harrington will check the sideline for the play call. Abdallah in the backfield with Harrington set to Harrington's left. Or right now, they move him. Harrington out of the shotgun will take the ball, looks deep. He's under pressure again. And Harrington will get this one.
He didn't get it back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to throw a flag again. That's happened last week.
And Harrington is going to get called for a no, they're going to.
Actually, he had a receiver right there.
Yep, they're gonna nail Harrington for an intentional grounding.
Yep.
As Harrington can't get the ball back to the line of scrimmage on the pass out of bounds, and that'll cost them 5 yards. And so the Colony Cougars continue to dig a hole. I'm sorry, 10 yards. So it's going to be.
No, it's 15.
3rd and 21 yards from the Cougar 19 or Cougar 21. Cougars come out 2 wide out to the left, 1 to the right. Harrington in the backfield out of the shotgun, and Abdallah to his left. Is that Abdallah or Price? That's Price. They're going to split Price out in the wide out too. Price might have got a head start there. Harrington throws it short to Price down the middle of the field. It's intercepted by the Wolves, and here they come.
And the ref didn't throw a flag. And actually, he's going to call a blocking foul.
So
he may call pass interference. Hang on a second.
So the Wolves come up big.
Because the ref that was right here deep wasn't going to call anything. But this may be a block in the back after the interception. But it should have been a pass interference.
Should have been. Holy cow, the Colony just got a gift by the referee with a holding, defensive holding downfield, and that's going to give the Colony a first down. This could be the play that gives the Colony back a second wind here.
Yeah, because the back judge wasn't going to call anything, and I don't understand because he's looking right at it.
So the Cougars
but it's the trailing ref that actually threw the flag.
So the Cougars will come up 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. And the Cougars get new life here as out of the shotgun Harrington goes. He gives Abdallah up the middle of the field. Abdallah running, trying to get stopped up here, and he's gonna scrap it out for about a 4-yard carry. And let's see where they stop it. They're going to give him 5 on the carry, Garnett, out to the 37-yard line, it looks like.
Actually, I think they're going to give him 6.
6 yard, no, 7. So it'll be 2nd and 3 from the 38-yard line. Colony Cougars come to the line of scrimmage. 2 wide out to the left, to the right, 1 to the left. Slot back to the right, tailback to the left to Harrington out of the shotgun.
Well, this is where they need to pick up some momentum. They have to have 2 plays called and move the ball.
Abdallah to the right. Abdallah gets the play call. Abdallah off the left side gets a nice clearing block off the line of scrimmage, and he'll take it out for the first down. Picks up a carry of about 6 down to the Colony 45. They'll spot it at the 46. Be first down. Colony Cougars, they move the chains as Abdallah gets a little crack to run in and takes advantage of it.
Yeah, they've got to move. No more pause and move the ball.
Come back up to the line of scrimmage. 2 wide out to the right, 1 to the left. Slot back to the right. Abdallah to the right, left of Harrington. Harrington out of the shotgun. Pauses for a play adjustment. Harrington now out of the shotgun. They move the slot back to the left. Harrington takes the snap, hands it to Abdallah, comes off the left edge. Might have picked up 2 on the carry. We'll see where they spot it. And they're
49.
They're going to give him
4 yards.
49. That'll be a 3-yard carry for Abdallah off the left side on the left hash mark now.
And Mansfield is teeing off on a snap count. They've got to change the snap count to catch Timberview offsides on some of these. That way you slow down. They're sending on every play. You change your snap count up. Now you got to tell your linemen stay set and try to get some yards that way.
And Harrington off the left side. Here he comes, and he'll be run out of bounds
cut that up, Harrington.
At the 49.
Cut it up inside and then slide.
So from the 49 of Mansfield, Colony comes up 3rd and 5 out of the shotgun. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Harrington in the backfield. Hands to Abdallah, who's trying to find a way around the right side. He cuts back against the grain, and Abdallah will be stopped. Be credited for about a 3-yard carry. It's going to be 4th and 2-yard carry, 4th and 3.
I think the Cougars may go for it here.
Colony Cougars struggling here. They got to pick up a big, long 3 yards here on 4th down to keep this drive alive. Trailing 17-28 against the Wolves of Timberview, Mansfield, and here they come. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Big 4th down play by the Colony Cougars, 4th and 3 from the 47-yard line as the Cougars come up the line of scrimmage. 2 wide out to the left, 1 to the right. Slot back to the left, and Abdallah in the backfield on the left. It'll be handed off to Abdallah. Oh, and here he comes up the middle of the field. That's not Abdallah. That's
Price.
Price up the middle of the field, and he gets a crack, and Price takes the track meet right down the right hash mark for 6 points as the Colony Cougars now put 6 on the board, and they got to keep that team off the field, man. They're going to get dinged again.
They're trying to tell them to go for 2.
And the Cougars now come up here, score 6, bring it to 23-28. Now make it a 1-possession game.
That was a nice hole opened up there by the interior line for the Cougars, and Price just split the seam, and before you know it, I mean, he was already down.
And the Cougars now are going to call a timeout, try to regroup here as they were running out of time. And Colony Cougars now.
Yeah, they were trying to go for 2, and everybody was celebrating the touchdown and couldn't get the kids settled and in the huddle. So Cougars are gonna have to burn an early timeout. Hope that doesn't come back to haunt them later in the ball game. I don't know. Is it too early to go for 2? Go for 2 and be down by a field goal?
Colony Cougars now coming out. Looks like they're going to go for 2. They'll set it up on the left hash mark. Cougars with 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Tailback to the right of Harrington out of the shotgun. They're going to put the jet back in motion. He'll stall at mid-set, come out. Harrington looking down the right side. Harrington on the rollout. He's going to throw it in the end zone. And it's picked off by the Wolves, it looks like. So the Colony Cougars will come away with no extra points, and this thing will be at 23-28 as the Cougars, with 6:30 to go in the third quarter, put 6 on the board, a quick 6 with a run by Price right up the middle of the field on the right hash mark, and it basically was Price against the world as he turns on the 4-1 jet to get down the field, put 6 on the board against the Wolves. Colony now brings it within 1 possession. And
yeah, now you need some big stops. You can't keep trading scores with this Timberview team. At some point, you gotta stop them. I think you at least need 3 more stops this ball game, and you've got to be able to put the ball in the end zone because you've got to get a possession back and get ahead of them at least by a possession.
So the Colony Cougar will set up for the kickoff. Let's see what they do here. We know that the Timberview Wolves have the potential to run this thing back if given a lane big enough for a mouse to run in. So the Cougars now kickoff. Here it is, up in the air. It's a pooch down to the 35 in the middle of the field. Timberview catches it clean, and here he comes. He's hit hard at the 42-yard line of the Wolves, brought down about the 43, and the Colony Cougar defense come out and go back to work as the Timberview Wolves now on the move. First down from their own 43. Colony Cougar defense needs to come up with a big stop here, Garnett.
Yeah, I don't understand that pooch in the middle of the field. Are they trying to catch him sleeping or trying to catch him off guard? I would just punch it to the corner about the 5. He has a leg, punch it out of bounds at about the 15.
Out of the shotgun. Oh, it's bobbled by the quarterback, and he's brought down at the 30-yard line. Big play by the Colony Cougar defense to capitalize on a bobbled snap by the quarterback, and they'll set that down at the 29-yard line.
They had
Wolves.
a chance. I thought they were going to fall and get back there enough to fall on the ball as the quarterback was gingerly trying to pick it up.
And the Wolves find themselves 2nd and 23 from their own 29-yard line. Snap is away. Quarterback looks to his left, out in the flat. It's caught. Spins out of the tackle.
And that's where you got to be able to make those tackles. You can't play off like that. That's why I don't like that.
And he's going to be brought down at the 40.
Because now all that yardage he lost on the snap, they just gained it all back pretty much in one play. It makes this a manageable 3rd down.
So 3rd and 9 from the 44-yard line of the Wolves.
You got to be strong, fellas. Got to be strong.
Defense has got to come up and hit him in the mouth here.
Got to be strong,
big
fellas.
3rd down. Quarterback keeper around the right side. He's got lots of blocking on the edge. And he cuts up the field, easily picks up the first down to the Cougar 43.
Somebody's got to contain the outside.
Somebody has got to contain out there.
You got to contain the outside. You got to know that's coming.
Wolves are going to move the chains, and the Colony Cougars now struggling to contain this quarterback.
So on 2 plays, they got 24 yards on 2 plays, and it starts by the soft coverage on the 2nd down. You've got to come up. You got to make that tackle. You cannot let them get that much yardage.
Out of the shotgun, 1st and 10 from the Cougar 43. Snap is away. It's going to be handed to the tailback. He's got room to run in the middle. He's going to pick up a carry of about.
And we've already said you got to get this Cougars defense. Has got to find a way to get them off the field. That was a perfect opportunity there. You cannot give those plays up.
Tailback carry for 5 right up the gut. 2nd and 5 from the Colony 37. Snap is away, and it's going to be handed to the tailback again. He finds a crack, picks up another 2 or 3 down to the Cougar 34, looks like. Let's see where they're going to spot it at the 35. So it's going to be 3rd and about 4. 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3 from the Colony 35 as the Colony Cougars have got to come up with a defensive stand here and put a stop to this Wolf offense that seemingly is unstoppable right now. And out of the shotgun T formation, option quarterback keeper right up the middle of the field again.
Oh my goodness!
He's going to easily pick up the first down to the Colony Cougar 30. They're going to move the chains. First down up, and we're going to have a fight in the middle of the field here between Mansfield and the Cougars.
I think that may go against the Cougars there.
Sure
I think we got this. We got the second.
Yeah, I'll bet the Cougars are going to pick up a personal foul here. That's going to cost them 15.
I think there was a second blow. Actually, it looked like they're turning toward Timberview. So.
Nope.
Oh, they caught the
unsportsmanlike conduct against the Wolves. That'll move them back 15, so that's a break for the Colony Cougar defense here. That'll move them back to the Cougar 45, and that'll be...
They still got the first down because I think it was after the play.
So that'll be first and 10 from the Colony 45. Defense has got to come up with a play here, Garnett.
Yeah, they can't keep giving up these yards.
Out of the shotgun. Quarterback keeps it, throws it out to the flat, and it's bobbled and incomplete. That'll bring us to 2nd and 10 from the Cougar 45, as number 4 cannot put a handle on it out there on the flat.
Someone marked that play down at 4:05 left in the third quarter. Personal foul as the Timberview was trying to march in for a touchdown. Let's see if we can get that.
Defense needs to capitalize here. 2nd and 10 from the 45. Out of the shotgun. Snap is away. It's kept by the quarterback. He's in the grass, but he gets the ball away. And the Colony picks it off for an interception. At the 25, they'll bring it out to about the 28-yard line. Cougars take over on the turnover, and the Cougars now come up big on a in-the-grass throw by the Wolves quarterback.
I can't believe they didn't give him a sack.
I can't either. And the Cougars come up big on the interception, so the Colony Cougars take over 1st and 10. Big play by the defense. We've been saying that they need to come up with a stop, Garnett. That may be what they need.
And I'm gonna keep that down.
To bring
4:05, there was a personal foul by Timberview. Let's see if we can make a difference on that.
So
now.
with 3:43 to go here in the third quarter, Cougars come up 1st and 10 from their own 28. They'll take a pause, and they'll have wide out to the left, 2 to the right, tailback to the right of Harrington in the shotgun. Abdallah gets the call off the left side. He's got room to run, and he'll bring it out to about the Cougar 35, 34-yard line, and they're going to call a personal foul, and it looks like it's going to be on Mansfield again.
No, I think he's pointing at the Cougar player this time.
The other guy was pointing at number 64 on the
I think it's on. I think it's on the Cougar player this time.
Oh boy! And now the Cougars are going to get an unsportsmanlike conduct. That'll cost them 15. Right when they put the thing on the rails, they go and do something stupid here, and the Cougars now are going to dig themselves out of a hole. It's going to be wow, that's crazy. And it was a dead ball foul. So
you got to keep your head.
It'll be 2nd and about 20 now from the Cougar 19.
And that was after the play, unfortunately. So
yeah,
now they don't even get the down back.
So now Harrington digging out of a hole here. His step back rolls to his right under a little bit of pressure. Comeback route on the right side. Incomplete, thrown out of bounds, and the Cougars now digging out of a hole on a drive that was headed in the right direction, and the Cougars can't keep their cool. Something we've talked about all year.
Don't come back on it. Let it go.
Consistently cannot keep their heads in a tight game, and so here we go. 23-28, 3:10 to go in the third quarter. The Cougars struggling now. What was once a drive pushing the Wolves down the field now has rendered stalemate here, and it'd be 3rd and about 20 from the Cougar 19.
Yeah, at that point, you don't need to. They already, it's getting chippy. Just let it go.
Out of the shotgun, 2 wide out to the wide side, 1 to the left. Thrown to the flat, almost picked off by 2 defenders, and didn't get to the receiver, so the Cougars now will have to punt deep in their own territory. What was a promising drive off of a stop by the defense, they can't capitalize, and now the Cougar defense will have to come out and make some more magic happen here, Garnett, and try to put this Wolves team back on their heels again.
Yeah, coaches need to talk to the players. Say, look, man, let it go. Don't get caught. Because anytime you get behind the chains, it makes it difficult to pick up first downs.
So now on the punt, Cougars are set up in the punt formation. Snap is away, and the punt is away. It's going to take a Wolf bounce, and it goes back towards the Cougar side of the field. It'll be down at the Colony Cougar 43, it looks like. Wolves will take over First and 10 from the Colony Cougar 43, a really short punt.
Yep.
Got absolutely no roll out of it.
Yeah, didn't get any roll out of it, unfortunately. Usually, you count on a roll, but man, what a big break on that. Getting that 15-yard penalty after you was shortened on the chains.
3:01 to go in the third quarter. The Wolves come out on the field now. The quarterback, the Colony Cougar defense needs a big stop here. First and 10 from the Cougar 44. And the Wolves set up in the T formation, 2 wideouts to the right, none to the left, slot back to the right. Snap is away, a little high, but handled by the quarterback. He's going to be on the keeper around the left side. He has a little bit of running room, takes it down to the Cougar 38. Pickup of about 5, it looks like. They're going to give him, about 5. So it's going to be 2nd and 5 from the Colony Cougar 38.
Yeah, that's a tough break for the Cougars there.
Cougar defense needs to come up big here and have a big stop here at 2nd down, try to put this team in a hole on 3rd down.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you're playing on your side of the field, so.
Wolves come up out of the T formation, wideouts either side, slot back to the right. It's going to be oh man, had penetration in the backfield, and the defensive man cannot make the tackle. Tailback gets outside and picks up the 1st down.
I think he's going to be 2 yards short.
Wow,
I think it's still going to be 3rd down.
That was a horrible spot. So it's going to be 3rd and 1. It looks like from the Cougar 29. I'm sorry, 34. Out of the T formation again. Snap is away. It's going to be a keeper right up the middle of the field. He's got room to run, and this kid's going to score again. As the quarterback on the keeper right up the middle of the field picks up 6 again, and the Wolves now put this game at a 2-possession game again, as the Colony Cougar defense once again cannot come up with the stop in a critical situation.
Well, and
give up 15 yards on the personal foul, and there we go.
Yeah, and I was going to say, you hit it. That goes right back to the offense. Offense cannot lose your head and put your team in a hole like that, and that's exactly what happened.
PAT team is out on the field for the Mansfield Wolves. Kick is up, and it is good, as the Colony Cougars give up another 7 here on the quarterback scamper right up the middle of the field. The Wolves will take this one to 35-23 over the Cougars with 2:15 to play in the third quarter. The Colony Cougars have got to come to life here, Garnett.
Well, and you still have time, but you cannot continue to make mistakes like that. Again, we talked about it. They've shown that they can't really throw the ball. You're playing a little bit back soft coverage on the receivers like that. But if you're playing soft coverage on the receivers, you got to be able to make the tackles when they run the ball. I don't understand the soft coverage and you're not being able to make the tackle. There's only 3 people that's going to get the ball, and you got to account for them. The quarterback, number 1. If he's in that at the quarterback position, it's a run play. It's either going to be 4, 1, or 3. Those are 3 you need to concentrate. Now, when 11 is in, he's pretty much going to hand the ball off. If he throws anything, it's going to be short.
So the Cougars now have got to find a solution to this Wolf offense that has essentially taken control of this ball game in the third quarter. 2:15 to go in the quarter. Cougars trail 35-23 at home. First round of the Texas UIL playoffs for 5A Division I. And the Wolves right now in control of this ball game. The Colony Cougars need to wake up and get this offense back in the game, as they now look at a 2-possession ball game and need a big stop from the defense to bring this thing back in line, and have got to put their offense back on the rails to put this down the field, Garnett.
Yeah, you need to show, I hate to say it, you need to show why you're district champs.
Kick is away. It's pooched down to about the 30. It's caught, and it'll be brought out to the middle of the field, and he's got a little bit of room to run, and he's drugged down by a number 22 of the kickoff team. That would be Najee Ellis, and he basically just grabbed the jersey of the returner and just slung him around, and like a mad dog with a rag doll, and made the tackle. So the Colony Cougars take over 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line. They'll come out 2 wideouts to the right, short side of the field. one to the left out of the shotgun. Harrington with the tailback to his left. It's going to be a reverse flea flicker now. Harrington looking downfield. It's a pass to Miller.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness. And the ref was out of position to call that, but Miller was grabbed before he got the football and yanked out of the range of the ball. And there was no call because the referee was standing behind the defensive player.
And that's why he missed it. That's the exact same ref that missed the call earlier in the game that the side judge had to throw because he couldn't make the call for the pass interference.
Wow, that was a bad call. So the Cougars come out now 2nd and 10 from the same spot. Harrington out of the shotgun. Harrington on the keeper up the middle of the field. Here he goes. And he's going to pick up about 3 on the carry, 3, maybe 4. Down to the Cougar 38-yard line, 39-yard line looks like. So that'll be a pickup of about 5, really. And it'll be 3rd and 4. As the Cougars come up, 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Harrington out of the shotgun. They'll put Abdallah to his right. And it'll be a snap. And Harrington on the keeper, he'll get jammed up at the line of scrimmage. Loss of about 3 maybe on the play, 2 for sure. Well, they're going to only be a loss of about 1. Colony Cougars now 4th and 5. They'll have to bring their punting squad back out on the field as they turn it over again on downs to a Wolf defense that has clearly figured out this Colony Cougar offense and have not been able.
Yeah, I mean, and they know everything that it looks like they know the play that's coming.
So the Cougars now set up in the punt formation. Snap is away. Oh, it's a punt fake. Thrown downfield.
Oh, my
Picked off by Mansfield at the Colony 45. And the Colony Cougars now will turn it over on downs as, and I can't believe they didn't flag that kid for excessive celebration in the middle of the field as he jumped up and down in the middle of the Colony TC.
I think they threw it. They finally threw it.
And taunted the Colony sideline. And they called it. Be an
No, actually they called sideline warning.
Oh, well, they missed that call completely.
So, again, that play was there too. But, the punter is not a quarterback.
Well, and he threw it short.
And he threw it short. He didn't throw it long enough. If he throws it long enough, the receiver has the chance to run up under it. The play was there. I don't fault the call. It just wasn't – the ball wasn't thrown.
So Mansfield comes out now.
That's got to be a penalty or a timeout as we got a person running off the field. You got to throw a flag, buddy. Yeah, you got to throw a flag. They had too many people out on the field.
So Mansfield will get rung up on a personnel change and too many men on the field. That'll cost them 5. That'll bring them back to the 50. Mansfield now 1st and 15 from the 50-yard line. Cougar defense having to come up with a stop here.
And this is a must stop because I think if you go down, you're in trouble.
Trailing 23-35 with 46 seconds in the third quarter. Out of the shotgun, snap is away, and oh my goodness, the tailback is off and running. Picks up the 5 plus 3. It'll take it down to the 44, 43-yard line.
They may run the clock out here and go to the fourth quarter.
And Mansfield Wolves now.
Because they don't have to be in a hurry, and the clock, the game clock, and the play clock are
with a 2nd and 8 from the 43-yard line of the Colony Cougars, and Mansfield may let this one run out for the quarter as they are starting to walk to their sideline.
Yeah, I mean when you're in control of the ball game, you can do what you want to do. And they have the clock on their side.
So Mansfield will let this one run out in the third quarter. We'll change sides as your Colony Cougars going into the fourth quarter trail 23-35. They have trailed before in the fourth quarter and come back. So they have the skill, they have the technical prowess, they have the athleticism to bring this game to a different conclusion that we're headed down right now. But Garnett, this defense has got to step it up and make some hits. They got to quit missing tackles on that scampering quarterback.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is they can't bring him down. They're in position, but they're not bringing him down.
Well, and he's not even really that
And,
fast.
and he's not. I mean, he's not running. He's running after you run by him. You know.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to make that initial tackle.
So Mansfield out on the field, 2nd and 8 from the Cougar 43-yard line. Snap is away. Keeper around the right. Here comes the quarterback. The guy they've needed to stop all game. He'll run out of bounds at the 30, pick up the first down. He'll pick up a big 13 yards on the carry. And he is the guy that they've got to stop here, Garnett. And they'll pick up a first down to the Cougar 30-yard line, and the defense has got to find a solution to this Mansfield quarterback that is just running rampant right now. And we got a player down on the field, looks like a Cougar. Who is that madman? I can't. Number 42, Garnett.
Kyer Warner.
What position does he play?
He's a defensive end.
Yeah, he got on the bad end of the pursuit. He was the 3rd man on the bottom of that pile
Oh, nice.
when they tried to catch the quarterback. So he got 2 guys smashed him.
That's a no bueno. So here we go. Mansfield on the move here. 1st and 10 out of the shotgun. And here they come. Get a block on the edge, get it around the left side. They're going to pick up maybe another first down here, Garnett. Might be a yard short.
Yeah, it looks like they're about a yard short, but
like
they're
3
just
yards
they're
short.
just setting up in run formation. They're running left, right, middle, and they're just trying to run the clock out.
So 2nd and 3 from the Colony Cougar 23-yard line. As Mansfield clearly in control of this ball game right now, leading 35-23 over your Colony Cougars. Colony now on defense needs to come up with a big stop here. 3rd and short out of the shotgun. They're going to hand it to the
Fumble!
Oh, it's a fumble. Ball's loose.
Oh!
And
It's going to be a scrum forward. Cougars got the ball back.
Oh, and the Cougars come up big on a fumble, and it'll be a turnover at the Cougar 28-yard line. Holy cow.
And that's what we needed
What
right
a
there.
break for the Colony Cougars here as they come up big on a fumble and take over. They need plays like this to stay in this ball game. And the offense needs to come out now and capitalize on a big play by the defense to get this thing back in line. 11 minutes to go in the ball game, trailing 23-35, 2-possession game here. And the Cougars now come out on offense. Harrington out of the shotgun, 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. He'll put his tail back to his left. And now they're going to, Abdallah now looking at the sideline. They're going to shift Abdallah to the right. Harrington now out of the shotgun. Snap is away. They're going to hand it to Abdallah. He looks up the middle of the field and cuts back to his right and will make a gain of about 3-4 on the carry down to the 32-yard line. 2nd and 6 from the 32 as Abdallah has not much room to run but cuts back in traffic and picks up a carry of 4. And the Cougars now on the move trying to get this thing in line. 11 minutes to go in the game. 2 wideouts to the left, 2 to the right.
So officials call timeout, and I believe we're having clock issues. Like I say, we've been having clock issues all night, which I think jinxed has – I still go back to it, has jinxed the Cougars all night long. I'm not sure if he's putting time back on.
Yeah, that's what it looked like he was indicating. Looks like going to 11:25 probably.
So they'll
Okay,
reset
so
the clock to 11:25. Harrington comes up to the
Now the ref wants him to start the clock. There we go.
Well, now get out of the way. Are they just letting it run off? Come on now, guys. You're going to start the clock. You got to let them play. All right, now they're going to start at 11:09. Harrington drops back, looks downfield, lets it fly. Middle of the field, and
oh my goodness! Can this ref call holding?
And Gonzalez.
That's again. This back ref will not throw his flag.
Back ref cannot get in position to make a call to save his life. Gonzalez is covered up like a wet blanket, being held by the defender down the field. No call, and it's incomplete as the Colony Cougars now with 3rd and long, 3rd and 7 from their own 32-yard line.
I mean, the guy was pulling on his jersey. Couldn't get both his hands up because the guy is holding one arm.
Grabbed his arm and pulled it down. Harrington now will roll to his left. Under pressure, he's going to get sacked, and that's going to be a loss of about 4 on the play. And here we go again. There's going to be
There's got to be a penalty.
Going to be a personal foul on somebody.
Yeah, it's going to be on Timberview.
Got to be on Timberview.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of their players get a little smug and do a little dance in front of the Cougars, and I think they're going to start calling those.
What? No, they're going to hit the Colony with a freaking intentional grounding penalty.
I thought he was sacked.
You got to be kidding. So the Colony Cougars will get hit with an intentional grounding.
How was that intentional grounding?
I don't know how that was intentional grounding. He was sacked. So they'll set up for the punt from their own 28-yard line. Snap is away, and the punt is kicked up. It's flat, but down the field. Dropped by the Timberview player. The Colony Cougars might come up big here.
They got the ball back.
Oh, and the Colony Cougars, the punt is dropped, and the Cougars recover at the Timberview 30-yard line, and the Colony Cougars come up big again with another gift from the Wolves, trying to give this game away to the Colony Cougars. It'll be 1st and 10.
I'm going to mark that down again.
From the Timberview 30, and the Cougars have new life in this game. Oh, my goodness.
That's twice.
With 10:43 to go in the ball game.
They got 2 turnovers for you.
2 turnovers back to back. Cougars come up big, and they got to take advantage of it.
I was going to say, we got to take advantage of it.
They have got to put some plays in together here.
Here's Price one-on-one.
Two wideouts to the left. They'll hand it to Abdallah up the middle of the field. He'll pick up about 3. I don't know why they're doing that. Miller's getting upset down here on number 12 as he's holding Miller like crazy down the side, and Miller's getting kind of testy. He needs to put that in check. And the Cougars will pick up a gain of about 1, and it'll be 2nd and 9 from the Wolf 29.
Cougars are in a dogfight here.
Colony
they have a chance to bring it home.
They come out 2 wideouts each side. And snap is away. Harrington under pressure. Here we go. He rolls out to his left under a lot of pressure. Oh, and it's almost caught by Miller at the sideline, but knocked it incomplete. And it'll be 3rd and 9 as the solution to the Colony offense tonight from the Wolf defense is just putting pressure on Harrington that he hasn't seen this year. They are coming off the edge, and there is all kinds of pressure on this quarterback. He just does not have time to get the deep man downfield. They need to adjust to this defense, and they'll come up now 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Tailback to the left, slot back to the right. They'll move the tailback out to the wide receiver, out to the split out. And now Mora in the backfield. Snap is away. Harrington sets up. Doesn't have time to run. Harrington on the scamper. And he will throw it incomplete down the field, and the Colony Cougars are going to come up short again. It's going to be 4th and 9.
I think at this point you got to go for it.
I think you're right, Garnett. It's 4th and long, 4th and 9 from the
Cougars,
from the Wolf
the refs
29.
the coaches was calling for a foul. I think they were calling for a hold on one of the receivers down the field here, but the ref didn't pull his flag out.
I don't think that ref in the defensive backfield has a flag. And the Cougars now will come out with every big receiver in the arsenal. They'll put Price at the tailback, Price at the quarterback slot, and they're going to be a double flea flicker, and they're going to put this one down the field, and it's caught in the end zone on the dual flea flicker, and the Colony Cougars put 6 on the board as they just flat out wore the Timberwolf defense down, handing the ball off back and forth in the backfield.
Yeah, they did.
And gave him enough time to get the receiver downfield.
And Price throws a bullet
on a man coverage in the end zone, and Price puts it on a rope for about 30 yards and hooks up for 6 in the end zone. They'll go out now for the PAT, and Alberon will try to put the exclamation point on this one. The kick is up, and it is good. And so your Colony Cougars now have made a one-possession game out of this thing, 30-35. They still trail the Wolves, but they are within striking distance. The defense has got to come out, Garnett, and do their thing.
Yeah, they got to do it one more time. They've gotten a turnover here, and then they got a punt, fumble on the punt. Now they got what I want to see them do: kick this ball. And kick it down to about the 10-yard line and cover. Don't pooch it down the middle. Give me a good kick, and let's give me a good coverage. And then let's go out and play defense.
Colony Cougars now getting ready for the kickoff. Cannot afford to have something run back here, Garnett.
No, they can't. You can't keep trading
They've got
scores. They got to get a stop.
They got to give Mansfield some shoddy field position here.
It looks like they're setting up for an onside kick.
And sure enough, the Cougars go for an onside kick. Oh, they almost pulled it off. And
why?
Hey, that back judge finally figured out how to throw a flag.
I don't think that was the back judge. That was the lineman.
No, it was. He's the back judge.
No, he's the back judge. He's the one that hadn't been throwing anything
right,
all
but
night.
he figured out how to pull it out for the onside kick that went out of bounds. I'm just saying.
Oh boy. So the Cougars now will try to pull an onside, and they can't bring it down. So that's going to put Mansfield in great field position here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why you would do that, but Mansfield will take over 1st and 10 from the Cougar 45. Defense has got to come up and make a stop here. And it's going to be a handoff to the tailback, and he's going to get hit about 2 yards past the line of scrimmage. And
I think we're going to be offside here. The ref over on the far side threw his flag. I think we're going to get an offside on the defensive end.
Oh boy, Cougars now trying to make this hard on themselves. And here we go. No, it's going to be a hold on Mansfield.
Wow, so that guy over there can throw his flag.
Cougars got another break, and they'll march this one back. Mansfield will get another shot at 1st down.
Yeah, because I'm looking right down the line here, and I see the end. You know, they have him at an angle, and looked like he was just outside. But hey, they called a holding on Mansfield Timberview. We appreciate you.
Be 1st and 20 from the Mansfield 45 now.
Thank you so much.
And wideouts on either side. It'll be a keeper by the quarterback as he comes around the right side, and he'll get covered up at the 46-yard line, as the Cougar defense read that one to perfection and stopped him at the line of scrimmage here pretty much. He picked up a 1 yard.
Coach is trying to fire the crowd back up. You know, Mansfield Timberview is taking this big crowd on hand as we slowly got in.
And the Cougar defense on the move here now. And Mansfield looks to the right. Quarterback under pressure. Oh, no. Oh, that could have
man,
turned
I
out
thought they were
so
gonna-
much worse.
Woo!
Quarterback throws it to the left under pressure from the Colony Cougar defense.
Oh, look like we got
Man coming across the middle and just short thrown outside of his reach. Colony's going to get rung up for something here, looks like. We're going to get an unsportsmanlike conduct?
No, I think on the fake, looks like Price twisted his knee.
Uh-oh.
Cougars had good pressure on that, and the quarterback had to punt. Had to bring the ball back down, and then as he scrambled, the receiver.
And Price now, not the guy you want down in a playoff game late in the game.
No, not at all.
8:34 to go. The Cougars trail 30-35.
Let's see if he can shake that off.
And Mansfield with a 3rd and 28.
18.
3rd and 18.
Oh, it could have been worse than that, but he was just able to get the ball off. As we're just about to sack him as he's scrambling.
From their own 47-yard line, Cougar defense needs to come up with a big play here, Garnett, and not let this chain move. As Mansfield comes up to the line of scrimmage, 3 wideouts to the left. We haven't seen that tonight. Quarterback's going to step back to throw. Oh, and he's hit from behind.
Oh, man. It hit the Cougar in the helmet.
Woo! He throws this thing and hits a Cougar right in the back of the head, and he is nailed from behind. And boy, howdy, he's gonna feel that one tomorrow. I'm sorry, nailed right in the middle of the back, and what a great effort by the Colony defensive end. Left side comes around and makes a big play on the quarterback, who in the process of getting thumped throws it right into the back of a Colony defender's helmet. They'll come out to punt this thing. Cougars will set one deep. Mansfield ready for the punt. Oh, Cougars are going to get rung up for an offsides.
Oh, my goodness. The punt didn't go anywhere.
The punt is horrible. It goes out at the Mansfield 45.
How are we outside?
The nose guard jumped.
Oh, my gosh.
Nose guard jumped about 2 seconds before it was snapped and didn't get back. The only good news is it won't be enough to give them a first down.
Yeah, and the punt only went 5 yards.
The punt didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. So now he's going to punt again, and you hope he has another one of them. But this guy can kick, so you think, after he got practice, that it may go down to the. Hopefully he gets another shank. Oh my goodness.
Good Lord, the Colony Cougars are making it
That's
rough on them.
crazy.
So 4th and 13 now, as they'll leave their punt team out on the field.
Oh.
And the Colony Cougars now, let's hope this punter can't pull one off again, because he can boot this ball. His punt's high. Oh, he got a bad punt off again.
And it goes out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the Cougar 31.
Yeah, but you could have had the ball at the 45-yard line on their side. So you lose 20 yards on that exchange.
So the Cougars, once again, on a mental error, make it tough on themselves. They'll take over 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line, and the Cougars now have got to, Garnett, on 2 consecutive stops, have got to capitalize. They've got to put this one in the end zone and make things tough on the Wolves now.
Yeah, you can't come down the field and actually a field goal still push you behind. You got to come down here and score.
8 minutes to play. Cougars come out, 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Tailback in position on the left of Harrington, who's in the shotgun, with looks like Mora at the slot back position. They'll put Price in motion, and they're going to get a false start. Come on, kids, let's get it together here. The Cougars will give up 5 on the false start.
They can't get out of their own way.
It's going to be 1st and 15 now from the Cougar 26. And the Cougars just refuse to make things easy on themselves tonight. 8:17 to play in the 4th quarter. Trailing 30-35 against the Mansfield Timberview Wolves here in the first round of the playoffs. Cougars now in the set. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Snap is to the shotgun to Harrington. He sets up in the pocket under pressure. Harrington's going to get sacked here for a big loss down to the 15 as he cannot he's now, I think, gun shy to throw the thing away, Garnett. And he's having a hard time getting out of the pocket is the problem because the rush is coming off the edge. And rather than stepping up in the pocket and
Yeah, I thought
running
he had.
up the middle of the
I
field,
thought he had time to step up and run. He was still trying to throw the ball, and then before he had time to throw it, he got sacked.
well, the problem is he's dropping too deep, and his pocket's way out in front of him about 5 yards, and he's just leaving himself open on the edge rush. And so the Colony comes out, 2 wideouts either side. Harrington drops again under another heavy rush, gets the ball away to Miller, who is mugged in the middle of the field again, and there's no call. Miller can't catch a break. Miller is going to have to start learning to push off or something to get,
Actually, that was Gonzalez.
and get separation on that defender.
No, that was Gonzalez. Yeah, Gonzalez, and he was behind the man. He just didn't go catch the ball.
So the Colony Cougars had an opportunity there and now find themselves in a big hole here.
And that's one you got to have when you're struggling and you're down like this. You're not going to have that many more chances in the ball game.
3rd and 20. 3rd and 20, looks like 3rd and 23 from the 16-yard line. Snap is away. Harrington steps up. He's got lots of pressure. Harrington now trying to run out of the pocket, and he is tackled at the 17-yard line, a gain of about 3, not nearly enough to get this thing back on track. Cougar will have to bring their punter out and get this thing downfield, see if they can't bring that defense out and make some more magic.
Yeah, and unfortunately the clock is going to continue to run. And it's unfortunate because the previous play, man, he was wide open. The ball was just a little bit short, but I think the receiver should have made an adjustment on that ball, and you got to catch those balls.
Got to catch it. 6:56 to go in the ball game, trailing 30-35. And the snap is away. Punt is up, and it's going to come down at about the 50-yard line. Gets a little bit of a Cougar bounce, and Wolves will take over at their own 40.
Yeah, he
yard line.
He didn't even attempt to catch the ball that time. I'm sure the coaching staff told him to just stay away.
And the Cougars now made things rough on themselves here with 6:43 to play in the ball game.
You still got time, but you got to make a stop.
They've got time to win this thing, but they've got to come up big on defense here against the Wolves, who line up in a T formation. You know they're going to run this thing. It's going to option it. Quarterback's going to keep it out around the right edge.
Oh my gosh.
He made a great move to the inside, faked the defender. He's going to pick up a carry of about 12. They're going to move the chains. First down to the Cougar 40-yard line.
Wow.
The
defender had him dead to rights and had him for a loss.
Had him dead to rights 4 yards deep, and the kid just juked him.
Sideswiped him, and he picks up
My
15 for a first down.
So the Cougar defense gives up, I think it was actually 12 on the carry, down to the Cougar 41. And it'll be handed off to the tailback. He's going to scamper out for about 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the Colony 34, looks like. And the Colony Cougar defense has got to make something happen. At the 35-yard line, the Wolves are looking at 2nd and 5, or 2nd and 5.5, we'll call it. And the Colony defense needs to come up big here with 5:52 to play in the ball game. Wolves on the move. And the snap is away. It'll be option to the tailback coming around the right side.
Ooh,
wow, he got
thumped.
He got cleated at the 26-yard line. Picked that man's shoes up and put them back on him.
Oh, we got a Landry on the field. We got a holding. That's going to come back. Ooh, that's going to help the Cougars out.
And so the Cougars.
But where's the holding at?
At the 30.
Oh, man. So it's like they're not going to lose that many yards. At least it wasn't a first down. So
well,
basically it's going to be third.
It's going to bring it back to the 40, so that's going to be 3rd and 11 thereabouts.
Oh.
It'll be
2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 from the 40-yard line as the Cougars get a break there. Out of the T formation, snap is away. It's a quarterback keeper around the left side. Somebody stop that madman. He's picked up at the Colony Cougar 33 and brought down about the 32, short of the first down.
He got 7 on that, so it's going to be 3rd and 4. And I'm sure they're going to go for it in 4th down territory.
It's going to be 3rd and 3, Garnett. 3rd and 3 from the 32.
So he got 8.
So he picked up 8 on the scamper. Cougar defense has
Come on,
got to come
Cougars.
up bigger. This is a
Yeah,
big
this
third
is a
down
big
for the
third
Colony
down.
Cougars.
Let's go, fellas.
Big third down, big third down for both teams here. Defense needs to come up with a stop. 5 minutes to play, clock running. Out of the T formation, and who's calling? And the Wolves will call timeout as they really need to come up with a solution to the Colony Cougar defense now, and move the chains. Cougars need to come up with a big stop here. Big third down on both sides of the football could set up what could be either a nail in the coffin or an opportunity for the Colony Cougars to go ahead late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you definitely need a big stop. I need a stop. I mean, if the turnover would be nice, but we want to make sure tackles. You know, we need to stop, get the ball back, and hopefully our offense can move the ball. It's just the mistakes when they get behind the chains. They haven't been able to get ahead of the chains.
Agreed.
As long as they stay ahead of the chains, they're moving the football. It's just those silly mistakes that push them behind.
Here we go, out of the tee. Snap is away. Quarterback keeper to the
there
left.
There you go, baby.
Oh, and it stopped him before I don't believe he made the first down.
No, he's
stopped him at about the 31, 30 and a half.
A yard short.
Stopped him at the 31. He's about a yard and a half short. It's going to be 4th and a yard and a half. Colony Cougar defense needs to come up with one more stop and take this ball away from the Wolves here. As the Wolves come out, wideouts either side, out of the T formation. You know they're going to option this thing. Quarterback's going to keep this thing. Snap is out of the shotgun in the T formation. Slot back to the left. And the Colony Cougar defense is close to encroachment here. And snap is away. Here we go. Keeper to the right.
Oh,
and the quarterback is stopped for a 2-yard loss, and the Cougars will take over on downs with
jailhouse break by the Cougars,
with
baby.
4:12 to go in the ball game. The Cougars come up with a huge stop, and they'll take over at their own 34-yard line. And now we have a ball game as the Cougars trail 30-35 with 4 minutes to play. Offense coming out to make their magic happen. We'll see if the Cougars can pull this one out. Late in the fourth quarter, we looked at the stats before the game. We know the Cougars will outscore them in the fourth quarter, but is it going to be enough to take this thing to the house?
Man, you got to believe. You got to believe.
Cougars are out on the field. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Slot back to the left. Abdallah to the left of Harrington in the shotgun. They're going to hand it to Abdallah, who's clogged up in the middle. He's going to pick up about maybe 2 on the carry, for sure 1. Let's see where they spot this ball. They're going to give Abdallah.
Looks like there's Price in.
That was Price carrying the football. Price will pick up a gain of about almost 3. So it'll be 2nd and let's call it 7. As Price now at the tailback spot. They'll move Price to the right. Harrington out of the shotgun. Snap is away. Harrington drops back out to the right. He's looking downfield under pressure again. Harrington runs it out of bounds at about.
Don't run it out of bounds short.
Runs it out of bounds at the.
He lost yards.
He did lose a yard. Lost 2 yards.
Oh, hey, Mikey.
Mikey.
Come on, Mikey.
And so the Cougars now will be looking at a 3rd and 9 from about the 35-yard line as Harrington loses 2 on the scramble to his left and runs out of bounds 2 yards short of the line of scrimmage. And so the Cougars now come out with a 3rd and long, just like we said earlier. 3 wideouts to the right. Harrington takes the snap. He's going to hand it to the tailback, and he has hit at the line of scrimmage. I don't understand what the thinking is here. We haven't made it up the field more than about 3 yards in the middle of the field. You got a 3rd and long, and now your punter's got to come out. And they're going to go for it on 4th and 8. The Cougars are going to go for it here. Big play by the Colony Cougars with 3 minutes to go in the ball game. They'll put Abdallah back on the field. They'll put 3 wideouts to the right. And now the Cougars will take a timeout and think about it. With 3 minutes to go in the ball game, your Colony Cougars have a big 4th down coming. 4th and 8 from their own 36-yard line.
Yeah, and unfortunately, now they're down to 1 timeout, so they burn timeout to think about what they want to do on 4th down. So I think you at this point now you've burned the timeout. You got to go for it.
Got to go for it
because now you can't stop them if you punt the ball away because you have no timeouts left. I mean, you have one, but I mean, you for sure gotta make every tackle along the way.
Cougars need to come up big here on this next play. 4th and 8 from their own 31-yard line. 3:03 to go in the ball game, trailing 30-35. The Colony offense has got to, previous to this game, Garnett, it's always been the defense that had to hold off the other team. This is a complete role reversal of this team, where the offense now has got to go win this ball game. Trailing by 5 with 3 minutes to go in the fourth. They'll set up with 2 wideouts either side. Abdallah in the backfield at the tailback spot. What do we got? And now the
Timberview
Wolves are going to take a timeout, so the Colony now get to think about it again, as both sides now understand the gravity of this situation. Colony Cougars convert here. Big momentum shift in the ball game and keep the opportunity alive to win this thing. The Wolves, on the other hand, if they can come up with a big stop, this thing could be done for the Cougars if they play their cards right on offense. So this is a big play for both squads.
Yeah, this is deep late in the ball game. This is a playoff game. Win, you keep playing. Lose, you're done for the season. It's been a long season, and man, kids want to keep playing.
Mansfield comes back out on the field. Your Colony Cougars now about ready to break the huddle and come out. Cougars now come out. Obviously, Harrington out of the shotgun. They're going to put Abdallah in the backfield at the tailback to Harrington's left. 2 wideouts either side. They're going to put Price in motion in the jet. Harrington steps back in the pocket. He's scrambling. He lets one fly down the field. Are you kidding me? And no,
the ref did not throw a flag again.
He's not going to throw the flag down there. Harrington should have run that football.
Yeah.
He had
a first down.
He had a first down. All he had to do was go get it. So the Colony Cougars turn it over on downs after a botched play. Gonzalez mugged down the field again, no call, and Colony defense is going to have to come to play here.
Yeah, I thought when he broke the sideline, I thought he was going to keep running, but he was still trying to get he saw the one-on-one matchup and let it go. At that point, man, go get the first down.
Yeah,
and I almost thought he was passing the line of scrimmage, but he wasn't, because I was looking right down at the sticks. But no,
it was close.
Yeah, he should have ran that one for the first down.
So out of the I formation, Mansfield now trying to take this one to the house. Quarterback keeper out of the I, and he's going to pick up about 6 on the carry down to the Cougar 30. 2:48 clock running. Cougars trailing 30-35.
Yeah, and all they need is one first down, and this game is pretty much over.
Mansfield letting this clock run. They're controlling it now and run it on the ground. You know they're not going to air this thing out, as their passing game is non-existent. The Cougar defense is just going to have to either take this ball away from them or make a big stop.
And that's why you can't give up 6 yards on first down.
So the Cougars now 2nd and 4. Mansfield comes out of the I formation. Wideouts either side, and it's going to be handed to the tailback. He's going to pick up a first down easily down to the Cougar 25. And it's going to be a first down. They're going to move the chains. 2:17 to play. Cougars trailing 30-35. It is looking bleak here for the Cougars, and they need to come up with a miracle play here, as the defense has got to stop this offense of the Wolves and put the ball back in the offensive hands of the Cougar offense.
Well, this back judge is horrible. He's missed several calls that should have been in favor of the Cougars, but Cougars defense have got to make a stop here.
Defense has got to come up big. First down for the Wolves at the Colony 25. And out of the I formation again. Snap is away. They're going to hand it to the tailback. He's going to go out to the left. Got lots of room to run, and he'll get it out of bounds past the sticks. They're going to move him again.
No, it's going to be a holding on I think did he throw a flag over there? Yeah, he threw a flag over there. It's going to be holding on the Wolves.
So the Cougars get another helper by the Wolf offense, and they'll move that one back 10 yards.
Which also stops the clock.
Yeah, but at this point, they need a strip right here.
So Mansfield now will be looking at a
Because now all they have to do is just take a couple of knees.
1st and 13 with 1:32. Mansfield clearly in control of the game here, and they need Colony Cougar defense has got to get this football back to put the offense on the field. And Mansfield will take a timeout, their last timeout.
Yeah.
And with 1:32 to go, Mansfield in control here. Your Colony Cougars trail 30-35 in a close one here at Tommy Briggs Stadium.
One of the things I noticed this game, which is kind of uncharacteristic, is almost every pass, or most of the passes, it seemed like it'd be an all or nothing deal.
Yeah.
They would not throw it short.
Well, they've tried a couple of times, but Mansfield has blitzed about every play, so his short passes are getting tipped. So then they just started going long down
But as
the
a
field.
quarterback, you know how to adjust for a blitz, and
Right.
especially when you're throwing a short pass.
Yeah.
You
Right.
throw it higher with an arc and
Well,
just toss it over them.
Or pump fake it and make the defender make
Jump.
a move. Something, you gotta play that, right?
Yeah,
So, I mean, that's again,
ball. Yeah,
part of being a
but that one he went for just then on the 4th down, he had a wide open field. He's got to see that in his eyes and
I agree.
know that he can make that first down.
I agree. He had the first down. There was nobody over there with him. Cougar defense now on the field. 1:32 to go. 30-35. Cougars trail out of the eye. Mansfield takes it to the tailback. He's got lots of room to run. He's going to put 6 on the board. Nope. Tackled at about the Cougar 8-yard line. Mansfield marching this thing. 1st and goal
Now,
as they sit at the 8-yard line of the Colony Cougars. Cougars with their back against the wall. Clock running. 1:22 and running. Mansfield's going to take their time.
yeah, he really have to snap the ball but 2 times and it's over.
And it's over. So this one, unless something miraculous happens, this one may be in the books here as the Colony Cougars now running out of time quickly. With a minute to go in the 4th quarter, trailing 30-35, Timberview Wolves
Going victory formation.
out of the victory formation now. They're gonna kneel this one with 52 seconds to go. And this one is all but over, folks, as the Mansfield Wolves will go into victory formation one more time. And they're going to call this one over as the Colony Cougars now call their last timeout. I'm not sure why they called a timeout here because Mansfield's going to go into the victory formation again. All they've got to do is kneel this thing twice and this ball game's over. I guess they called the timeout to stop it and force them to play ball, but it's 2nd down. So, I mean, they're going to kneel it here. And then, heck, if I was Mansfield, I'd give it to that quarterback, let him scamper in for 6, put an exclamation point on this game.
No, you got to show respect. I mean, it's unfortunately, the Cougars, man, they played hard side, but dadgum, we talked about off the broadcast. You can't make that many mistakes. You got to keep your heads. They've been doing well all season, and they picked a day to come out and make all the mental mistakes, personal fouls.
Personal foul as the Cougars come in off the edge. The quarterback kneels down, and we hit him. What a great idea. Cougars frustrated. 43 seconds. And, they'll move the thing half the distance to the goal. Stops the clock.
You have a home playoff game. The fans were all excited. I'm still excited. It's been a great football season. Dadgummit though, man. You had a great squad here that could. I think they could have competed all the way to state. I just think the too many mental mistakes cost you the ball game tonight.
Mansfield will down that one, and that'll be the ball game. With 22 seconds, we'll let this one run off, and your Colony Cougars are going to drop their first playoff game against the number 4 seed Mansfield Timberview Wolves, 30-35, as the Cougars come up short in the first round again, back-to-back seasons. Garnett, this was a great season for the Cougars. You can't fault them for that. Had a great run at it. Undefeated in district, one loss on the season. I don't know. What can you say?
Man.
And unfortunately, historically, the Cougar squad does not come up big against the number 4 seed in the playoffs. So the Colony Cougars now will get to regroup for next year. Congratulations to the Timberview Wolves as they'll advance in the playoffs. We wish them all the luck going forward.
I can't.
And at least the Colony Cougars are going to come out of here healthy, not too banged up. Kids will, they'll get to think about it for a while.
Yeah, it's
It'll
so
hurt.
Frustrating.
It'll hurt tomorrow in film.
It will.
But,
I'm hurting.
I'm hurting too.
Man,
I was looking forward to next week.
Yeah, I was ready to rock and roll, man.
So the Colony Cougars will drop the first round game 30-35, made a valiant run at it.
They still had a great season. I'm really proud of them.
Congratulations to their outright win of the district championship, and we'll look forward to next year. I'm Jeff Green with TCHSradio.com with Garnett Powell in the booth. We got Wes Bledsoe on the boards producing this whole mess. J.R. Anguiano in the film bay, and Kevin Kimball on the field. Thank those guys for running the cameras for us this year. You can catch us on the TCG TV or cable if you have it to watch replays of the games. And also our TCHS Radio YouTube channel. You can go out and watch the replays of these games there as well. Thanks for listening to us on the live broadcast. We'll see you next year. Congratulations to the Colony Cougars on a great season. And
best of luck to your seniors, and looking forward to seeing you juniors and underclassmen next year, next football season. Get well. Think about it. Don't let it keep you down. You guys have had a great season.
And congratulations to the Timberview Wolves, and good luck going forward in the playoffs. We'll sign out for now and let you listen to the...
And we have talked about doing a couple other sports, maybe.
We have,
yep. So we're going to see if we can't do that.
So, yep, pay attention to the... we'll put a notice out there on the TCHSradio.com and see if we can get a few more sports live broadcast here. And again, thanks for listening, and we'll see you soon.